Yo, your good evening. Happy 249th birthday to America. And happy 4th of July to every single one of you out here, including the New York Mets fans from USA, International, Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. This is your man and homie, G Money Stacks, aka the Greginator, YouTuber, your host with the most, missing the still lonely nomad, unstoppable independent podcaster, and of course, creator, YouTuber, and Queens, New York native from the neck of the woods of Laurelton, Queens, New York. And yes, you're now rocking with me by listening, tuning in, streaming, and watching the 402nd episode of Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York Avenue podcast. And I got a jam-packing show for you today. And I am going to be announcing some street closures in case anybody's planning to go see the fireworks, whether you are going to Manhattan or whether you are going to Brooklyn. There are some street closures that I am going to get to, but I'll get to it in a sec. So, we're live and direct from StreamYard alongside with YouTube. And of course, in the comfort of my room, in the comedy space, of course. And I hope y'all had a good time with some barbecues alongside with some foods, drinks, everything in between. And make sure to catch up on some episodes. I just dropped an episode 2 days ago on Wednesday. In case you didn't know, you can catch up on episodes that already dropped already. And I can't wait to actually get into this right here right now, because this is so exciting actually, man. And I will say this though, man, for those of you who can't make it to Manhattan or Brooklyn to watch the fireworks, there is a particular there's a particular special on NBC of the Macy's 4th of July fireworks, and the actress that's hosting is Ariana DeBose, who you may know, which I didn't know at first, that she was in season 6 of So You Think You Dance and West Side Story, and some of you may have known her from a recent movie that came out this year called Love Hurts. All right. Now, before I get to this, I want to get to some street closures right away. So I hope you had a good time at City Field, man. That was a lot of fun to watch, though, man. Yo, first of all, I don't give a damn about Michael K right now, man. I don't give a damn about this guy. So oh man, I'm actually gonna warm myself up actually by looking at some street closures actually. So I'm gonna go to it right now actually. I'm gonna go to it right now actually. So as I take a look, um, hold on, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up real quick. Hold on. Let me pull it up real quick. All right, so for those of you who may not know, there are some street closures that I would like to talk about before I get to some transit news. All right, so and by the way, one of the transit topics I'm going to actually save is pertaining to the MTA putting alcoholic beverages on their subways and buses. I'm gonna save that for another time because I want to actually get to the the rest of the bus routes that's been affected by the Queens Bus redesign. So let me just read right here and see. So hold on a sec. All right, some street closures in Manhattan and Brooklyn. I want to actually let's talk about Manhattan first. So in honor of the 4th of July holiday, Macy's 4th of July fireworks, starting with Manhattan, area bounded by Grand Street on the north, Catherine Street slip on the south, South Street, FDR Drive, along on the east, East Broadway on the west, all inclusive, FDR Drive between Brooklyn Battery Underpass and Delancey Street, including exit and entrance ramps. Montgomery Street between FDR and Grand Street, Allen Street between Canal Street and Division Street, Pike Street between Division Street and Canal Street, Robert F. Wagner Senior Place between Pearl Street and South Street, Frankfurt Street between Gold Street and Pearl Street, Dover Street between Pearl Street and South Street, Peck Slip between Pearl Street and South Street, Beekman Street between Pearl Street and South Street, Fulton Street between Gold Street and Pearl Street. Now we go on to Brooklyn, starting with the Brooklyn Bridge. John Street between J Street and Adams Street, Plymouth Street between Pearl Street and Main Street, Water Street between Adams Street and Old Fulton Street, Front Street between J Street and Old Fulton Street, York Street between J Street and Front Street, Tillery Street between Prince Street and Cadman Plaza West, Jarrell Mon Street between Furman Street and Adams Street, Atlantic Avenue between Furman Street and Flatbush Avenue, DeGraw Street between Columbia Street and Van Brunt Street, Summit Street between Van Brunt Street and Emley Street, Pioneer Street between Van Brunt Street and Conover Street. King Street between Van Brunt Street and Ferris Street, Sullivan Street between Van Brunt Street and Dead End. And of course, and if you are in the Brooklyn area by the Coney Island area, you can go by the area bounded by the Boardwalk on the south, Surf Avenue on the north, West 10th Street on the east, West 21st Street on the west, all inclusive, Stillwell Avenue and Mermaid Avenue and Boardwalk. All right. So these are your street closures for the 4th of July fireworks, in case anybody's going. The fireworks display starts at 9 p.m. and the Macy's 4th of July fireworks starts at 8. Now, in case you missed the encore special, there is a recap at 10 p.m. on NBC. So there you go. All right. So there you go right there. All right. Now that I got that out the way, I want to actually go to I'm only doing one transit topic today, actually. I'm only doing one transit topic today, and in today's episode of the New York Mass Transit Files. All right, I'm not gonna do two today because I want to get through with the rest of the bus routes that's been affected by the Queens bus redesign makeover. All right, so let's get into it right here, right now, with the New York Mass Transit Files. Let's go. I told y'all I got y'all with the rest of the bus routes and everything else. So I got y'all. So let me continue where I left off with the Q47. In case you don't know what happened with the Q47, the Q47 will be rerouted through Woodside and Jackson Heights and extended along 23rd Avenue to the existing Q33 terminal at 94th Street and Ditmars Boulevard. Q47 service to LaGuardia Airport Terminal A will be discontinued and replaced by the Q33. The Q47 will serve Belova Corporate Center from Astoria Boulevard and from 80th Street. And of course, previous stop spacing is 824 feet. Now it's 1,037 feet. All right, let's go to what's going on with the East Elmhurst Glendale bound. All right, so as I previously stated before, Cooper Avenue and 81st Street, that bus stop has been removed due to new routing. And onto the list of bus stops that are saved and kept are 80th Street, Cooper Avenue, 80th Street, 68th Avenue, 80th Street, Metropolitan Avenue, 80th Street, Juniper Valley Road, 80th Street, Furmanville Avenue, 80th Street, Penelope Avenue, 80th Street, Juniper Boulevard North, 80th Street, Elliott Avenue, and of course, 80th Street, 58th Avenue. Of course, connections to the Q54, Q29, Q38, Q29, Q29, Q38, Q14, QM24, QM25, QM34. All right, so bus stop by 80th Street and 57th Avenue, that stop has been taken down. 80th Street and 54th Avenue, that bus stop is still standing, and of course connection to the Q59 bus. 80th Street and Grand Avenue, that bus stop is no longer standing. 79th Street, Grand Avenue, that bus stop is saved and kept. Connections to the Q58, Q59, and Q98. Two bus stops have been removed by 79th Street, Elks Road, and 79th Street, Calamus Avenue. Calamus Avenue, 74th Street, along with Calamus Avenue, 71st Street, those stops are kept. Calamus Avenue, 69th Place, that stop has been taken down. And the new stop location is 51st Avenue and 69th Street. Connection to the Q18. Bus stop removed by 69th Street and Garfield Avenue. Bus stop kept is by 69th Street, 49th Avenue. Of course, you can get the Q18 right there. 69th Street, Queens Boulevard, that bus stop has been taken down. 69th Street, 44th Avenue, that bus stop is kept for the Q60 bus. For the Q60 bus connection. Yes, so bus stops that are removed are 69th Street, Woodside Avenue, Roosevelt Avenue, 72nd Street, Roosevelt Avenue, 74th Street. All right. New stop location is Woodside Avenue, 72nd Street, 71st Street, Woodside Avenue are the new stop locations. Broadway and Roosevelt Avenue added at existing bus stop. Connections to 7E, F, M, and R trains. Q32, Q33, Q49, Q53 SBS, and Q70 SBS bus. Bus stops that are kept: 74th Street, 37th Avenue, 74th Street, 35th Avenue, 74th Street, 34th Avenue, and 74th Street and Northern Boulevard. Bus stops are kept. Of course, 7 train, Q32, Q32, Q70, SBS, Q49, Q49, Q60, 63, Q63, Q66, Q63, and Q66. So, bus stop that's removed is by 74th Street, 32nd Avenue, 74th Street, and 31st Avenue. That bus stop is kept. All right, so let's go to 31st Avenue and 76th Street, along with 77th Street, 30th Avenue. Those stops are saved. 77th Street and 25th Avenue. That bus stop has been removed, along with Bulrog Corporate Park, 77th Street, 25th Avenue, 80th Street, Astoria Boulevard, 82nd Street, Astoria Boulevard, Ditmars Boulevard, and Marine Terminal Road, Bowery Bay Boulevard, Fiorello Lane, LaGuardia Airport, and Terminal A. Those stops have been removed due to speed and reliability, and of course, new routing. Astoria Boulevard South and 77th Street, 23rd Avenue, 82nd Street, 23rd Avenue, 87th Street, 23rd Avenue, 91st Street, 23rd Avenue, 94th Street, 95th Street, Ditmars Boulevard. Of course, added to the existing bus stop, new stop location, and of course added to the existing bus stops. Of course, so connections to the Q69, Q19, Q33, Q69, M60, M60, M60 SBS, Q72, M60 SBS, and Q70 SBS buses, along with the Q72. And I believe, wait, no. All right, LaGuardia Airport Terminal A, along with Marine Terminal Road, Fiorello Lane, Ditmars Boulevard, Grand Central Parkway. Those bus stops have been removed due to new routing. And added to the existing bus stops are, 94th Street, Ditmars Boulevard, 94th Street, 23rd Avenue, 23rd Avenue, 90th Street, 23rd Avenue, 85th Street as well. So, and bus stops that are still standing are 82nd Street, Astoria Boulevard, and 80th Street, Astoria Boulevard. Connections to the M60, SBS, and Q72, M60, SBS, Q19, Q33, M60, SBS, Q19, Q33, and Q69. Bus stop that is removed is by 80th Street, 25th Avenue, Bulrog Corporate Center, and 77th Street. Bus stop has been removed due to new routing, and of course, the other one is to improve speed and reliability. Baloney, fucking baloney. Come on, man. And the new stop location is by 25th Avenue and 79th Street. Bus stop taken down by 78th Street and 25th Avenue, 78th Street and 30th Avenue. Is the new stop location. Bus stop removed due to new routing is by 77th Street and 30th Avenue, 31st Avenue, 77th Street. That stop is saved. Bus stop removed due to speed and reliability, and new routing are 31st Avenue and 71st Street, 73rd Street, 31st Avenue, 73rd Street, 32nd Avenue, 73rd Street, Northern Boulevard, 73rd Street, 34th Avenue, 35th Avenue, 73rd Street, 71st Street, and 32nd Avenue is the new stop location. And of course, the rest is the same. and the rest is the same. All right, so Q48 Glen Oaks Q Gardens. The new Q48 will serve the existing Glen Oaks branch of the Q46. The route will have limited stop rush service along Union Turnpike west of 188th Street, where the Q45 will serve local stops. Um, and of course, the right now the proposed stop spacing is 1,237 feet. Queens Boulevard and 78th Avenue, Union Turnpike, Queens Boulevard, Union Turnpike, Main Street, Union Turnpike, Parsons Boulevard, Union Turnpike, 164th Street, Union Turnpike, um, Utopia Parkway, Union Turnpike, 188th Street, Union Turnpike, 193rd Street, Union Turnpike, 198th Street, Union Turnpike, Francis Lewis Boulevard, Union Turnpike, Hollis Hills Terrace, Union Turnpike to 11th Street, Union Turnpike Bell Boulevard, Union Turnpike Stewart Road, Union Turnpike Springfield Boulevard, Union Turnpike Grand Central Parkway, Union Turnpike 234th Street, Union Turnpike Winchester Boulevard, Union Turnpike Cross Island Parkway, Union Turnpike 248th Street, Union Turnpike 252nd Street, Union Turnpike 256th Street, 260th Street, Union Turnpike, 260th Street, 74th Avenue, 260th Street, 73rd Avenue, Little Neck Parkway and 73rd Road, and Little Neck Parkway, 260th Street are the bus stops that are added to the existing bus stops. Of course, connections to the E and F trains, Q37, Q60, QM18, QM63, QM64, QM65, QM68. E and F trains, Q10, Q37, Q60, Q80, Q20, Q44 SBS, Q25, Q65, Q30, Q31, Q75, Q17, Q17, Q45, QM1, QM5, QM6, QM7, QM8, QM31, QM35, QM36, Q76, Q27, Q88, QM6, QM36, QM6, QM36, Q36, QM5, QM8, QM35 as well. And let me see. And the rest uh are the same. Hold on, let me see. Hang on a second. Did I see this? No. Let me go into. So 260th Street, Little Neck Parkway, 260th Street, 73rd Avenue, 260th Street, 74th Avenue, Union Turnpike, 260th Street, Union Turnpike, 255th Street, Union Turnpike, Little Neck Parkway, Union Turnpike, 248, Q36, QM5, QM8, QM35 as well. Union Turnpike, Winchester Boulevard, Union Turnpike 235th Street, Union Turnpike Cloverdale Boulevard, Union Turnpike Springfield Boulevard. Of course, connections to the QM6, QM36, Q27, Q88, QM6, QM36. All right, so Union Turnpike to 20th Place, Union Turnpike Bell Boulevard, Union Turnpike 211th Street, Union Turnpike, Hollis Hills Terrace, Union Turnpike, Francis Lewis Boulevard, Union Turnpike, 197th Street, Union Turnpike, 193rd Street, Union Turnpike, 188th Street, Union Turnpike, Utopia Parkway, Union Turnpike, 164th Street, Union Turnpike, Parsons Boulevard, and of course, Union Turnpike, Main Street, and Queens Boulevard, 78 Crescent. Yes, so The route connections are the same: QM6, QM36, Q27, Q88, QM6, QM36, excuse me, Q76, Q17, QM1, QM5, QM6, QM7, QM8, QM31, QM35, QM36, Q30, Q31, 70, Q30, excuse me, Q75, QM1, QM7, QM8, QM31, QM35, Q70, excuse me, Q65, Q25, Q20, Q44, SBS, QM1, QM5, QM7, QM8, QM31, and QM35. E and F trains: Q10, Q37, Q60, Q80, QM18, QM63, QM64, QM65, and QM68. Now, Q49. The Q49 bus will maintain its routing between East Elmhurst and Jackson Heights. And of course, the previous stop spacing was 627 feet. Now it's 953 feet. And of course, connections to the 7E, F, M, and R trains: Q14, Q19, Q32, Q33, Q47, Q53, SBS, Q63, Q66, Q70, SBS, and Q72. Yes, you're hearing fireworks right now. You're hearing fireworks right now around my way. It's not even that dark yet, but anyway, I don't blame them. So anyway, let's get to the eastbound to East Elmhurst, starting with 74th Street, Roosevelt Avenue. That stop is saved for connections to the 7E, F, M, and R trains: Q32, Q33, Q47, Q53 SBS, along with the Q70 SBS buses. And another stop that's kept is 74th Street and 37th Avenue. 7 train, Q32 and Q70 SBS. So the bus stop that's removed is by 74th Street and 35th Avenue. 35th Avenue, 35th Avenue, and 76th Street. That stop is saved for the Q47 connection. Bus stop removed is by 35th Avenue, 78th Street. That bus stop is removed. 35th Avenue, 80th Street. That stop has been removed. Excuse me, that stop is kept. Excuse me. Q42, no, excuse me, Q32 and Q33. 35th Avenue and 82nd Street. Hang on. Yeah. Hang on. Yeah, 35th Avenue and 84th Street. That stop has been removed. The stops that are kept: 35th Avenue, 86th Street, 89th Street, 35th Avenue, 89th Street, and 34th Avenue. Those stops are kept. Can we do all right? Okay. Okay. 89th Street and Northern Boulevard, those stops are kept for connections to the Q63 and Q66. Bus stop removed is by 89th Street, 32nd Avenue, Southeast corner. 89th Street and 32nd Avenue, Northeast corner, that stop is kept. All right. 89th Street, 32nd Avenue. Hold on, I did that already. 89th Street and 31st Avenue, that stop has been taken down. 89th Street and 30th Avenue, that stop is kept for the Q19 connection. Astoria Boulevard and 90th Street, that stop has been removed. And the other stops that are kept are Astoria Boulevard, 92nd Street, and Astoria Boulevard, 94th Street. And you can connect to the Q72 bus. All right. Astoria Boulevard and 96th Street. That bus stop has been removed. Bus stop that is saved is by Astoria Boulevard, 98th Street. Bus stop removed is by Astoria Boulevard and 100th Street. Astoria Boulevard and 102nd Street. That bus stop is kept for the Q14 connection. 31st Avenue and 102nd Street. That bus stop is removed. And now we go to the west. Now we go to westbound to Jackson Heights. 31st Avenue, 102nd Street. That bus stop is kept for the Q19 bus. And yes, the Q14. Yes. Astoria Boulevard and 100th Street. That stop has been removed. Astoria Boulevard and 98th Street. That stop has been kept. Astoria Boulevard and 96th Street. That stop has been removed. Astoria Boulevard and 94th Street. Those and 92nd Street, Astoria Boulevard, those stops are still standing for the Q72 and Q19. And that stop has been removed by 92nd Street and 30th Avenue. 92nd Street and 31st Avenue, that stop is saved for the Q72 connection. Bus stop taken down by 92nd Street and 32nd Avenue. 90th Street and 32nd Avenue, that bus stop is still standing for the Q63 and Q66 buses. 90th Street and Northern Boulevard, along with 90th Street and 34th Avenue, 90th Street and 35th Avenue, those stops are saved for the Q63 and Q66. 35th Avenue and 88th Street, that stop has been taken down. 35th Avenue along with 86th Street, that stop is saved for the Q33 bus. Bus stop removed by 35th Avenue and 84th Street. That stop has been taken down. New stop location is by 35th Avenue and 83rd Street. Connections to the Q32 and Q33 buses. 35th Avenue alongside with 82nd Street, that bus stop has been taken down. 35th Avenue and 76th Street, along with 75th Street, 37th Avenue, and 74th Street, Roosevelt Avenue, those stops are saved for the 7 train, Q32, and Q70 SBS buses. Now, Q50. The Q50 will hang on. The Q50 will maintain. Yeah, the Q50 will maintain its existing routing between Co-op City, Pelham Bay, and Flushing. The route will still have new overnight service between Pelham Bay and Flushing. What's changed since the proposed final plan? Added stops at Whitestone Expressway, 14th Avenue to improve connections for College Point and Whitestone riders. Restored existing routing due to operational challenges near LaGuardia Airport. Restored existing daytime frequencies. Yes. And of course, connections to the 6 and 7 train. BX5, BX8, BX12, BX12 SBS, BX24, BX25, BX26, BX28, BX29, BX30, BX38, BX40, BX42, Q12, Q13, Q15, Q16, Q17, Q19, Q20, Q25, Q26, Q27, Q28, Q44 SBS, Q61, Q63, Q65, Q66, Q76, and Q90. Y'all could look at the schedules for yourselves for each bus route. Northbound to Co-op City and Pelham Bay, starting with Main Street and Roosevelt Avenue, and along with Main Street, Northern Boulevard, those bus stops are saved. and especially for connections to the 7 train, Q12, Q13, Q15, Q16, Q17, Q19, Q20, Q25, Q26, Q27, Q28, Q44 SBS, Q63, Q65, and Q66 buses. And of course, the same goes with the Q17, Q19, Q26, Q63, and Q66. Bus stop removed by Linden Place and 35th Avenue. Bus stop that's still standing is Linden Place and 31st Road. Q61, QM2, QM20, and QM32. Whitestone Expressway, Linden Place, that stop has been taken down. A bus stop that's kept is by Whitestone Expressway and 20th Avenue. Q20 and Q44 SBS buses. And added to the existing bus stop is by Whitestone Expressway, 14th Avenue, Q44, SBS, and Q76. And of course, the other bus stops that's still standing are Lafayette Avenue, along with Hutchinson River Parkway, Brush Avenue. Oh, wow. Brush Avenue. Wow. Brush Avenue. Oh, wow. Bruntner Boulevard, Bruntner Boulevard, East Tremont Avenue, Bruntner Boulevard, Kearney Avenue, McDonald Place, Country Club Road, Bruntner Boulevard, and Buray Avenue. Oh man, yeah. So Q44, SBS, Q76, BX8, BX40, BX42, BX24. Bruntner Boulevard and Wilkinson Avenue, 6 train, BX5, BX12, BX12, SBS, BX24, and along with BX29, Baychester Avenue and Bartow Avenue. Service provided weekday peak period only. And the rest of the streets have service provided weekday peak period only along. Okay, so Baychester Avenue, Aldridge Street, Baychester Avenue, Donizetti Place, Baychester Avenue, Darrow Place, Co-op City Boulevard, Dreiser Loop, Co-op City Boulevard, Carver Loop, Co-op City Boulevard, Bellamy Loop North, Co-op City Boulevard, Bellamy Loop South, Bartow Avenue, Co-op City Boulevard, Bartow Avenue, Co-op City Power Plant, Hutchinson River Parkway, Einstein Loop North, Hutchinson River Parkway, Einstein Loop South. Yes, so BX26, BX25, BX28, BX30, BX38. BX26, BX30, BX25, and BX38. Hunter Avenue, Baller Avenue, Earhart Lane, and Erskine Place. Okay. All right. So the rest. No, hold on. I don't see Jarvis. Here. Okay. Okay. So southbound to Flushing, all the other streets that I just mentioned, has service provided weekday peak period only. I'm gonna go to. Oh wait. Edson Avenue, Bartow Avenue. All right. So bus stops that are kept are Bruntner Boulevard, Wilkinson Avenue, Bruntner Boulevard, Willow Lane, Bruntner Boulevard, Jarvis Avenue, Bruntner Boulevard, Baisley Avenue, Bruntner Boulevard, East Tremont Avenue, and Hutchinson River Parkway, Lafayette Avenue. Whitestone Expressway 14th Avenue has been added to the existing bus stop. Whitestone Expressway 20th Avenue. Okay, so we have the BX5, BX12, BX12 SBS, BX25, BX26, BX28, BX38, 6 train, BX5, BX12, BX12 SBS, and BX24, BX8, BX5, BX40, BX42, Q44 SBS, and of course Q44 SBS and Q76, and of course Q20. And and Linden Place, Whitestone Expressway, that stop has been removed. Whitestone Expressway, New York Times, that stop is kept for QM2, QM32. Linden Place, 31st Road, that bus stop is still standing. Okay. Yeah, that bus stop is still standing. Hang on, yeah. Linden Place and 31st Road, that bus stop is still standing for the QM20. Bus stop still no longer standing is Linden Place and 35th Avenue, Main Street, in Northern Boulevard, and 39th Avenue, Main Street. Those stops are kept. And of course, the bus routes are Q17, Q19, Q44, SBS, Q63, and Q66, 7 train, Q12, Q17, Q20, Q25, Q26, Q27, Q44, SBS, Q61, and Q65, and Q90. Now the newly added Q51. This one is very interesting right here. This one is very interesting. So the Q51 will provide a new east-west link along Linden Boulevard between Cambria Heights and Ozone Park. Now, originally, it was supposed to go to Gateway Plaza in Brooklyn, but unfortunately, that's to be determined. Now, of course, there's connections to the A train, LIRR, Q4, Q5, Q3, Q4, Q5, Q6, Q7, Q9, Q10, Q11, Q27, Q40, Q41, Q52, and Q53 SBS buses, Q77, Q80, Q84, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q89, 111, Q11, Q111, Q112, Q113, Q114, and Q115. Now, all right, so eastbound to Cambria Heights. So, all right, so here are some added existing. Here are some streets that are added to the existing bus stop and new stop location. All right, so Rockaway Boulevard and Liberty Avenue has been added to the existing bus stop. So H connections to the A train, Q11, Q52, and Q53 SBS buses, Q112 and QM15. Rockaway Boulevard, Centerville Street. Of course, connections to the Q41. Linden Boulevard, Lefferts Boulevard, along with Linden Boulevard and 132nd Street. It's the new stop locations for the Q10, Q80, and Q9 buses. Along with Linden Boulevard and 142nd Street, Linden Boulevard, Suffolk Boulevard, Linden Boulevard, and Guy Brewer Boulevard. Of course, for the Q40, Q6, Q111, Q113, Q114, and Q115. Linden Boulevard, 172nd Street, added at the existing bus stop. Q5, Q84, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q89, QM63. That's next to Merritt Boulevard, for those of you who may not know. Linden Boulevard, 179th Street. Linden Boulevard, Newburgh Street, added at existing bus stop, connections to the LA double R. Linden Boulevard, Farmers Boulevard added at existing bus stop for the Q3. Linden Boulevard and 197th Street and Linden Boulevard and Francis Lewis Boulevard added at existing bus stop. All right, so new stop location westbound to Ozone Park. I think Linden Boulevard and Nashville Boulevard was the last stop. So starting from Linden Boulevard and Nashville Boulevard is the new stop location. Q4, Q27, Q77, QM64. And of course the rest are the same. The rest are the same, all right? So the Q51 is an interesting one right there. So Q52 Amherst Edgemere. The Q52 will be extended further east to Beach 50th Street in Edgemere. The first stop northbound will be Omni only. Oh shit. And of course the average stop spacing is previously 2,802 feet. Now is 2,684 feet. And let's see what we have here. So everything with the Q52, one in particular has been added to the existing bus stop. It looks like everything is okay. Around Beach Channel Drive, Beach 54 Street. Beach 59th Street, Rockaway Fairway. Along with Rockaway Beach Boulevard, Beach 67th Street, Rockaway Beach Boulevard, Beach 73rd Street, Rockaway Beach and Beach 84th Street, Rockaway Beach, Beach 91st Street, Cross Bay Boulevard, East 16th Road, Cross Bay Boulevard, Noel Road, Cross Bay Boulevard, Wildlife Refuge, Cross Bay Boulevard, 163rd Avenue, Cross Bay Boulevard, 157th Avenue, Cross Bay Boulevard, Pickin Avenue, Cross Bay Boulevard, and Liberty Avenue, Woodhaven Boulevard, 101st Avenue, Woodhaven Boulevard and 91st Avenue, Woodhaven Boulevard, Jamaica Avenue, Woodhaven Boulevard, Myrtle Avenue, Woodhaven Boulevard, Polo Place, Woodhaven Boulevard, Everton Street, Queens Boulevard, 59th Street, Hoffman Drive, Woodhaven Boulevard. Of course, connections to the Q22, QM17, A train, Q22, A train, A and S train, Q22, QM17, Q53, SBS, Q41, Q53, SBS, Q11, Q41, Q53, SBS, QM15, QM16, QM17, QM41, Q53, SBS, and QM15. A train, Q7, Q11, Q41, Q51, Q53, SBS, Q112, QM15, Q8, Q53, SBS, Q11, and Q53 SBS bus. The J and Z trains. Q11, Q53, SBS, Q56, and QM15. Q53, SBS, Q55, QM15, Q11, Q23, Q53, SBS, Q54, QM12, QM15, QM42, Q11, Q38, Q53, SBS, QM15, and of course, connections to the M and R trains, Q14, Q53 SBS, Q59, Q60, Q88, QM90, Q98, QM10, QM11, QM12, QM40, QM42, and QM63. And of course, let me see if I missed out on anything. M and R trains, Q14, Q29, Q53 SBS, Q59, Q60, Q88, Q98, QM10, Q11, QM11, QM12, QM40, QM42, QM63. And the rest are okay. The rest are the same. So there you go. Q53 Woodside Rockaway Park. The Q53 will maintain its existing routing between Woodside and Rockaway Park, so there's no changes. There's no changes. All the bus stops from Beach 116th Street, Rockaway Boulevard, all the way to 61st Street, Roosevelt Avenue, those stops are saved. And of course, southbound to Rockaway Park, those stops are saved, so there's no changes. Q54 Metropolitan Avenue. The Q54 will maintain its existing routing between Jamaica and Williamsburg, which is in Brooklyn, by the way. And changes to the Q54 in Brooklyn will be part of the Brooklyn bus network redesign. Damn. All right, so stop spacing, it previously was 774 feet. Now it's 1,259 feet. And of course, I'm not gonna go over the. Of course, there's subway connections to the E, G, J, Z, L, and M trains. Of course, B24, B32, B38, B39, B43, B44, B44 SBS, B46, B48, B57, B60, B62. Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q10, Q11, Q14, Q17, Q20, Q23, Q24, Q25, Q29, Q30, Q31, Q36, Q37, Q38, Q39, Q40, Q41, Q42, Q43, Q44, SBS, Q47, Q52 and Q53 SBS buses, Q56, Q58, Q59, Q60, Q65, Q67, Q75, Q76, Q77, Q80, Q82, Q83, Q84, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q89, Q98, Q110, 111, 112, 113, 114, and Q115. All right, so here's some changes. All right, so the bus stops that are saved are Williamsburg Bridge Plaza, Lane 2, Rodney Street, South 5th Street, Rodney Street, South 3rd Street, Borroquin Place, South 1st Street, Grand Street, Union Avenue, Grand Street, Lorimer Street, Grand Street, Graham Avenue, Grand Street, Bushwick Avenue, Grand Street, Waterbury Street, Grand Street, Morgan Avenue, Grand Street, Metropolitan Avenue Bridge, Metropolitan Avenue and Stewart Avenue, and of course Metropolitan Avenue and Gardner Avenue. Those stops are saved for connections to the J, M, Z trains. B32, B39, B44, B44 SBS, B46, B60, B62, and Q59. Subway trains are J, M, and Z trains, B46 and B60. B24 and Q59. G train, B48, B43, L train, Q59. All right. So the bus stop that are removed includes Metropolitan Avenue on der Dunk Avenue. All right. Metropolitan Avenue, Woodward Avenue. That stop is saved. Metropolitan Avenue, Flushing Avenue. That stop has been removed. Metropolitan Avenue and Flushing Avenue is the new stop location for B38 and B57 buses. Two of the stops that are taken down are Metropolitan Avenue, Star Street, Metropolitan Avenue, and Grandview Avenue. Two stops that are kept, Metropolitan Avenue, Amory Center, Metropolitan Avenue, Forest Avenue. Two stops that are removed are Metropolitan Avenue, 60th Place, Metropolitan Avenue, 61st Street, Metropolitan Avenue, Fresh Pond Road. That stop is kept for the Q58, Q98, QM24, QM25, QM36, 34, rather. Metropolitan Avenue and Admiral Avenue, along with Metropolitan Avenue, 65th Street. Those stops have been taken down. Metropolitan Avenue, Metro Mall, that stop has been saved. Metropolitan Avenue, Rental Plaza West, that stop has been taken down. Metropolitan Avenue, Christ the King High School, that stop is kept for the M train. Metropolitan Avenue, 69th Street, that stop has been taken down. Metropolitan Avenue, 71st Street, that stop has been kept. Metropolitan Avenue, Pleasant View Street, that stop has been kept. That stop has been taken down. Metropolitan Avenue, 73rd Place, that stop has been saved. Metropolitan Avenue, 71st Street, that stop has been taken down. Metropolitan Avenue, 79th Street, that stop has also been taken down. Metropolitan Avenue, 78th Street, that stop is saved. 80th Street, Metropolitan Avenue, that stop is saved. 80th Street and 68th Road, that stop has been taken down. Cooper Avenue and Atlas Park Mall, along with Cooper Avenue and 84th Street, that stop has been saved. Connection to the Q29. Two stops that's been removed are Metropolitan Avenue, Cooper Avenue, Metropolitan Avenue, Aubrey Avenue, Metropolitan Avenue and Woodhaven Boulevard, Metropolitan Avenue, Selfridge Street. Those stops are saved for the Q11, Q52, Q53 SBS buses and QM15. Of course, another connection to the QM12 and QM42. A bus stop that's been taken down by Metropolitan Avenue, 69th Road. Metropolitan Avenue, 70th Avenue is the new stop location for the QM12 and QM42. Bus stop that's taken down by Metropolitan Avenue and 70th Road. And Metropolitan Avenue, that stop, Metropolitan Avenue and 71st Road, that stop has been saved for the Q23. Metropolitan Avenue and 72nd Avenue bus stop has been taken down. Metropolitan Avenue, 72nd Drive, that bus stop is saved. Metropolitan Avenue, Union Turnpike, and Metropolitan Avenue, Forest Park Drive, those stops has been taken down. Metropolitan Avenue, Park Lane South, that stop has been saved for the Q37 connection. Bus stop removed by Metropolitan Avenue, 118th Street. Bus stop kept is Metropolitan Avenue and Lefferts Boulevard. Q10, Q80, and QM18. Bus stop removed is by Metropolitan Avenue and Brevoort Street. Metropolitan Avenue, 124th Street, that stop is kept. Metropolitan Avenue, 121st Street, that stop has been taken down. Metropolitan Avenue and Hillside Avenue, that stop is saved for the Q56. Metropolitan Avenue and 132nd Street, that stop has been taken down. 132nd Street and Jamaica Avenue, that bus stop is saved for the Q56. Jamaica Avenue and 134th Street, that stop has been taken down. Jamaica Avenue and Van Wyck Expressway, along with Jamaica Avenue, 138th Street, those stops are saved for connections for the E train, Q20, and Q60 buses. Bus stop removed by Jamaica Avenue, 139th Street, removed. Jamaica Avenue and 144th Place, along with Jamaica Avenue, 147th Place, kept. All right, so for the E, J, and Z trains, Q1, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q24, Q30, Q31, Q40, Q41, Q43, Q44, SBS, Q60, Q75, and Q83. Jamaica Avenue and along with 150th Street bus stop has been taken down. Jamaica Avenue and Parsons Boulevard, that bus stop is still standing for connections to the E, J, and Z trains. Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q25, Q30, Q31, Q42, Q65, Q75, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q89, Q110, Q111, Q112, Q113, Q114, and Q115 buses. The other two bus stops that are removed by Jamaica Avenue and 160th Street, Jamaica Avenue and Guy Brewer Boulevard. Jamaica Avenue and 165th Street, that stop is still standing. Connections to the Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q17, Q20, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q42, Q44, SBS, Q75, Q83, Q84, Q85, Q86, Q86, Q87, and Q89 buses. Hold on. Jamaica Avenue and 168th Street has been removed. That bus stop has been taken down. 170th Street and Jamaica Avenue, that stop has been saved. All right, and I think, hang on a second. Yeah, westbound to Williamsburg, Jamaica Avenue, 170th Street, that bus stop is still standing. And connections to the Q2, Q3, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q36, Q41, Q76, Q77, Q82, and Q110. Yes, so one bus stop has been removed. That's Jamaica Avenue, 169th Street. And the rest is a combination of removed to improve speed and reliability. So yes. And of course, bus stops that are kept: Jamaica Avenue, Queens Boulevard, Jamaica Avenue, Metropolitan Avenue, Jamaica Avenue, 132nd Street, Metropolitan Avenue, 129th Street, Metropolitan Avenue, 125th Street, Metropolitan Avenue, Lefferts Boulevard, Metropolitan Avenue, Park Lane South, Metropolitan Avenue, Ascan Avenue. Oh shit. Metropolitan Avenue, 71st Avenue, Metropolitan Avenue, 70th Avenue. Hold on a second. No. I'm sorry. Metropolitan Avenue, 71st Avenue. Yeah, the rest are a mixture of improved speed and reliability. So it's kind of like a mix. So all the stops that I just mentioned are kept, so they are going to be fine. So there you go. Q55 Myrtle Avenue. The Q55 will remain its existing routing between Richmond Hill and Ridgewood. And as you can see, As you can see, Palmetto Street, Myrtle Avenue, along with Myrtle Avenue, Madison Streets are saved for connections to the L and M trains. B13, B26, B52, B54, Q58, and Q98. Myrtle Avenue, Madison Street. That stop is still standing. B26, B52, B54, Q58, and Q98. Myrtle Avenue and Cornelia Street. That stop has been taken down. Myrtle and Seneca Avenues. That bus stop has been saved. Connection to the B38. Myrtle Avenue and Center Street. Bus stop has been removed. Bus stops that are kept are Myrtle Avenue and Forest Avenue, Myrtle Avenue and Summerfield Street, Myrtle Avenue and 62nd Street, and Myrtle Avenue, Cypress Hill Street. Connections to the B20, Q39, B13, B20, Q39, QM24, QM25, QM34, B13, B20, QM24, QM25, QM34, and of course B13. Bus stop removed by Myrtle Avenue and 65th Place. Myrtle Avenue and 66th Place. That stop has been kept for QM24, QM25, and QM34. Myrtle Avenue and 67th Place bus stop has been taken down. Bus stop that is saved is by Myrtle Avenue and 69th Street. Bus stop that's been taken down by Myrtle Avenue and 70th Street. Two stops that are kept are Myrtle Avenue and 72nd Street, Myrtle Avenue and 73rd Place. Myrtle Avenue and 76th Street bus stop has been taken down. Course transfers to Q29. Myrtle Avenue and 85th Street, along with Myrtle Avenue and 81st Avenue, and Myrtle Avenue and 88th Streets. Those stops are saved. Myrtle Avenue and 88 Lane and Myrtle Avenue, Woodhaven Boulevard North has been taken down. Myrtle Avenue and Woodhaven Boulevard, along with Myrtle Avenue, Freedom Drive, Myrtle Avenue, Park Lane South, Myrtle Avenue, 111th Street, Myrtle Avenue, 114th Street, Myrtle Avenue, 115th Street. Hold on. Myrtle Avenue, 114th Street. Those stops are kept. Q11, Q52, Q53 SBS buses, and QM15. 117 Jamaica Avenue, that's 117th Street, Jamaica Avenue, that bus stop is kept for connections to Q10, Q56, Q80, and QM18. Yes. So there you go. Now we go to westbound to Ridgewood. Myrtle Avenue and Hillside Avenue, that stop is saved for Q10, Q56, Q80, and QM18. Let me see. So the rest is, hang on a second. No. All right. So no. So Myrtle Avenue and 115th Street bus stop removed. Myrtle Avenue and 114th Street, along with Myrtle Avenue and Q85. Excuse me, 85th Avenue, Myrtle Avenue and 85th Avenue, Myrtle Avenue and Park Lane South, Myrtle Avenue and Freedom Drive, Myrtle Avenue, Woodhaven Boulevard Northeast Corner. Those stops are saved. Q37, Q11, Q52, Q53 SBS, and QM15 buses. Okay. Hang on 1 second here. Let's see. Where were yes. Yes, Myrtle Avenue, Woodhaven Boulevard, Northeast corner. That stop has been taken off for speed and reliability. Yeah, right. Myrtle Avenue, along with 82nd Avenue, Myrtle Avenue, 81st Avenue, and Myrtle Avenue, 85th Street bus stops are saved. Q11, QM15, Myrtle Avenue, 83rd Street. That stop has been taken off. Myrtle Avenue, 81st Street, Myrtle Avenue, 79th Street bus stops are saved. Transfers to the Q29. Bus stop removed by Myrtle Avenue and 76th Street. Myrtle Avenue, 74th Street bus stop is saved. QM24, QM25, QM34. Myrtle Avenue, 73rd Street bus stop removed. Myrtle Avenue, 71st Place, along with Myrtle Avenue, 69th Street are saved. QM24, QM25, and QM34. Myrtle Avenue, 68th Street bus stop has been taken down. Myrtle Avenue, 67th Street bus stop has been kept for the QM24, QM25, QM34. Myrtle Avenue, 66th Street, 66th Street bus stop has been removed. Myrtle Avenue and Cypress Hill Street bus stop has been saved. And that's for the B13 connection. Bus stop that is taken down is by Myrtle Avenue and 64th Street. Myrtle Avenue and Fresh Pond Road, along with Myrtle Avenue, 60th Lane, bus stops are saved. Connections to the B13, B20, B13, B20, Q39, QM24, QM25, and along with the QM34. Bus stop removed is by Myrtle Avenue and 73rd Street. 71st, excuse me, Myrtle Avenue, 71st Place, along with Myrtle Avenue, 69th Street. Those stops are saved. QM24, QM30, QM25, QM34. Bus stop that is removed by Myrtle Avenue and 68th Street. Myrtle Avenue, 67th Street. Bus stop has been saved for the same routes that I just mentioned. QM24, QM25, QM34. Bus stop removed by Myrtle Avenue and 66th Street. Myrtle Avenue and Cypress Hill Street. Bus stop has been kept for the B13 connection. Myrtle Avenue, 64th Street. That bus stop has been taken down. And Myrtle Avenue, Fresh Pond Road, along with Myrtle Avenue, 60th Lane, those stops are saved. B13, B20, B13, B20, Q39, QM24, QM25, QM34, Myrtle Avenue, 60th Street, that stop has been taken down. Myrtle Avenue and Forest Avenue, that stop has been saved for the connection of the Q39 bus. Myrtle Avenue and Onderdunk Avenue bus stop has been taken down. Myrtle Avenue and Seneca Avenue, along with Myrtle Avenue and Cypress Avenues, are saved. 4. The B38, Q58, and Q98. Myrtle Avenue, St. Nicholas Avenue bus stop has been taken down. Myrtle Avenue and Palmetto Avenue bus stop is is saved for the the L train, M train, B12, B13, B26, B52, B54, Q58, and Q98 buses. All right. As I go on to the next bus route, as the fireworks is continuing to actually go on. And for those of you who may not know, happy 4th of July. It's the day to actually celebrate not only the Declaration of Independence, but also celebrate our independence. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, changes to the Q56 in Brooklyn will be part of the Brooklyn Bus Network redesign. Average stop spacing previously was 619, now is 878 feet. Well, that shit sucks. All right, so here are some bus stops that are kept along with the ones that are removed. Van Cinderin Avenue, Fulton Street, Jamaica Avenue, Georgia Avenue, Jamaica Avenue, Pennsylvania Avenue, Jamaica Avenue, Wyana Street, Jamaica Avenue, Bradford Street, Jamaica Avenue, Van Sicklen Avenue, Jamaica Avenue, Schneck Avenue, Jamaica Avenue, Jerome Street, Jamaica Avenue, Warwick Street, Jamaica Avenue, Elton Street, Jamaica Avenue, Shepherd Avenue, Jamaica Avenue, Halle Avenue, Jamaica Avenue, Logan Street, Jamaica Avenue, Euclid Avenue, Jamaica Avenue, Crescent Street, Jamaica Avenue, Hemlock Street, Jamaica Avenue, Autumn Avenue, Jamaica Avenue, Nichols Avenue, Jamaica Avenue, Eldert Lane. All right, so transfers to the ACJZL trains and the B25 bus. J and Z trains, B12, B20, and B25. J and Z trains, B20, B83, and Q24. All right. One bus stop that B13 J trains and the Q7. Jamaica Avenue, 75th Street bus stop has been taken off. Jamaica Avenue, 77th Street, Jamaica Avenue, 80th Street. Those stops are saved. Of course, one connection to the J train. Jamaica Avenue and 81st Street bus stop has been taken off. Jamaica Avenue and 87th Street bus stop is kept. Two bus stops that are removed are Jamaica Avenue, 89th Street, and Jamaica Avenue, 90th Street. Bus stops that are still standing are Jamaica Avenue, Woodhaven Boulevard, Jamaica Avenue, 94th Street. Connections to the J and Z trains, Q11, Q52, Q53, SBS, and QM15 buses. Jamaica Avenue and 96th Street bus stop removed. Jamaica Avenue, 98th Street. 98th Street bus stop is kept. Jamaica Avenue, 102nd Street bus stop has been taken off. Jamaica Avenue, and 104th Street, along with Jamaica Avenue, 107th Street bus stop has been kept. Connections to the J and Z trains. Bus stop removed by Jamaica Avenue and 109th Street. Jamaica Avenue and 111th Street bus stop has been saved. Connection to the J train and Q37 bus. Jamaica Avenue and 113th Street bus stop has been taken down. And let's see. Okay, so Jamaica Avenue, 115th Street, that bus stop is still standing for the Q55 bus connection. Jamaica Avenue and 117th Street bus stop has been taken off. Jamaica Avenue and Lefferts Boulevard bus stop has been kept for the J and Z trains Q10, Q55, Q80, and QM18. Bus stop removed by Jamaica Avenue and 121st Street. Jamaica Avenue and 124th Street bus stop is still standing for the J and Z trains. Jamaica Avenue 126th Street bus stop removed. Jamaica Avenue 130th Street bus stop kept for Q54 connection bus. Two stops that are removed: Jamaica Avenue 132nd Street and Jamaica Avenue 134th Street. Jamaica Avenue and Van Wyck Expressway, along with Jamaica Avenue 138th Street, bus stops are kept for the connection to the E and Q20 and Q60 buses. Bus stop removed by Jamaica Avenue and 139th Street. Jamaica Avenue and 144th Place, along with Jamaica Avenue, 147th Place, Jamaica Avenue and 150th Street, Jamaica Avenue and Parsons Boulevard are the bus stops that are still standing. And yes, you can transfer to the E, J, and Z trains: Q1, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q24, Q30, Q31, Q40, Q41, Q43. Q41. Hold on. Yeah, Q43, Q44, SBS, Q60, Q75, and Q83. And yes, Jamaica Avenue and 150th Street, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q24, Q25, Q20, Q30, Q31, Q42, Q44, SBS, Q54, Q65, Q75, Q83, Q84, Q112, and Q115. And of course, Jamaica Avenue and Parsons Boulevard bus stop is still standing. E train, E, J, and Z trains, Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q25, Q30, Q31, Q42, Q65, Q75, Q85, Q86, Q87, Q89, Q110, Q111, Q112, Q113, Q114, and Q115. All right. Bus stop removed is by Jamaica Avenue and 160th Street. Bus stop still standing is by Jamaica Avenue, Guy R. Brewer Boulevard, Jamaica Avenue, 165th Street. Those are the bus stops that are kept. And yes, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q75, Q112, Q115. And Q4, Q5, Q6, Q8, Q17, Q20, Q30, Q31, Q41, Q42, Q44, SBS, Q75, Q83, Q84, Q85, Q86, Q87, and Q89 buses. And bus stop removed by Jamaica Avenue and 168th Street. 170th Street, Jamaica Avenue bus stop is kept for Q2, Q3, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q36, Q41, Q76, Q78. Excuse me, not Q78, Q77, Q82, and Q110. Now we go to the westbound to Broadway Junction. Yes, as I said, Jamaica Avenue, 170th Street, that bus stop is kept. Jamaica Avenue, 169th Street bus stop has been taken off. Jamaica Avenue and 165th Street bus stop is still standing. Jamaica Avenue and 161st Street bus stop is still standing. Jamaica Avenue and Parsons Boulevard bus stop is still standing. Jamaica Avenue and 150th Street, along with Jamaica Avenue 146th Street bus stop, and Jamaica Avenue 144th Street, Jamaica Avenue Queens Boulevard bus stops are still standing. And of course, obviously, Q54 is included in one of the transfers, Q20, Q60, And I already mentioned the E and J and Z trains, and along with the other bus routes that I just mentioned. Jamaica Avenue and Van Wyck Expressway taken off. Jamaica Avenue and Metropolitan Avenue bus stop is kept for the E train. Um, Jamaica Avenue and 132nd Street bus stop has been taken off. Jamaica Avenue and 129th Street bus stop is still standing. Um, Jamaica Avenue and 127th Street bus stop has been removed. Jamaica Avenue and 124th Street bus stop has been kept for the J and Z trains. Bus stop removed by Jamaica Avenue and 122nd Street. Jamaica Avenue and Lefferts Boulevard bus stop has been saved for J and Z trains. Q10, Q55, Q80, and QM18. Bus stops that are removed by Jamaica Avenue 118th Street and Jamaica Avenue 116th Street. Jamaica Avenue 115th Street is the new stop location for the J and Q55. Jamaica Avenue 114th Street bus stop removed. Jamaica Avenue 112th Street bus stop kept for the J and Q37 bus. Jamaica Avenue 110th Street bus stop removed. Jamaica Avenue 108th Street kept. Jamaica Avenue 106th Street bus stop removed. Jamaica Avenue and 104th Street bus stop kept for J-Z trains. Jamaica Avenue and 102nd Street bus stop removed. Jamaica Avenue 98th Street bus stop is still standing. Two bus stops that are taken down are by Jamaica Avenue 96th Street and Jamaica Avenue 94th Street. And of course, Jamaica Avenue, Woodhaven Boulevard East, and Jamaica Avenue, Woodhaven Boulevard West bus stops are kept for J and Z trains, Q11, Q52, and Q53 SBS and QM115 buses. Very important. Jamaica Avenue and 90th Street bus stop has been taken off, and Jamaica Avenue and 88th Street bus stop has been kept. Jamaica Avenue and 86th Street bus stop has been taken off. Jamaica Avenue Forest Parkway bus stop kept for the J train. Jamaica Avenue and 80th Street bus stop has been removed. Jamaica Avenue and 78th Street bus stop has been kept. Two bus stops that's been removed. Jamaica Avenue and 76th Street and Jamaica Avenue and Dexter Center. The rest of the streets, Jamaica Avenue, Elder Lane, Jamaica Avenue, Lincoln Avenue, Jamaica Avenue, Hemlock Street, Jamaica Avenue, Crescent Street, Jamaica Avenue, Cypress Hill Street, Jamaica Avenue, Richmond Street, Jamaica Avenue, Norwood Avenue, Jamaica Avenue, Shepherd Avenue, Jamaica Avenue, Linwood Street, Jamaica Avenue, Cleveland Street, Jamaica Avenue, Warwick Street, Jamaica Avenue, Barbie Street, Jamaica Avenue, Hendricks Street, Jamaica Avenue, Miller Avenue, Jamaica Avenue, Marginal Street East, Jamaica Avenue, Fancon Place, Jamaica Avenue, Broadway and Broadway Junction, and Jamaica Avenue and Van Sinderen Avenue, Fulton Street. Bus stops are kept. So, J and Z trains, B13, B20, B83, Q24, B12, B25, B12, B20, B25, Q24, ACJZL trains, B20, B25, B83, and Q24. All right, so there has been some all right, so the Q58. So Q58 will remain its existing routing between Flushing and Ridgewood. The new Q98 will complement the Q58 with a more direct connection between the two terminals via Horace Harding. restored some off-peak weekday and weekend trips in response to public feedback. Stop spacing is previously 694, now is 1,366 feet. All right, so eastbound to Flushing, there's some changes to some bus stops that have been removed and some new stop locations that I will go over. So let's go over it right here, right now. So starting with Palmetto Street, Wyckoff Avenue, kept for the L and M train, B13, B52, excuse me, B54 and Q55. Hold on one second. All right, Cypress Avenue, Palmetto Street bus stop has been taken off. Madison Street Avenue, excuse me, Madison Street and Cypress Avenue bus stop has been saved. M train and B38 and Q55 buses. Madison Street and Seneca Avenue, that bus stop has been taken off. Madison Street and Onderdunk Avenue, that stop has been saved for the M train and B38. Two bus stops that's been removed. Madison Street, Woodward Avenue, Madison Street and Fairview Avenue. Those stops has been taken down. Fairview Avenue, Putnam Avenue is new stop location for the connection of the M train, B13, B20, Q14, and Q39 buses. Fairview Avenue, Forest Avenue, along with 67th Avenue, 60th Street, 67th Avenue, and Fresh Pond Road are the bus stops that are removed. Fresh Pond Road and Putnam Avenue bus stop has been saved. M train, B13 and B20. Fresh Pond Road and Woodbine Street removed. Fresh Pond Road, Linden Street kept. Fresh Pond Road, Bleecker Street kept for Q38, Q54, and Q67. Fresh Pond Road and Elliott Avenue bus stop has been taken off. Fresh Pond Road and 60th Road, that bus stop has been taken off. Q14, QM24, QM25, QM34. Two bus stops that are removed are Fresh Pond Road, 59th Drive, and Fresh Pond Road, 59th Avenue. Bus stop that is saved is Fresh Pond Road and Flushing Avenue. Connections to the B57, Q39, and Q59. Flushing Avenue and 64th Street bus stop has been taken off. Grand Avenue, 66th Street bus stop is still standing. Q18 and Q67. Same goes with Grand Avenue and 69th Place. Kept. Q18 and Q67. Bus stop removed by Grand Avenue and Queens Midtown Expressway. Grand Avenue, 71st Street bus stop is still standing. Grand Avenue, 73rd Place bus stop removed. Grand Avenue, 74th Street kept for the Q47 connection. Grand Avenue, 79th Street bus stop has been taken down. Grand Avenue, 84th Street bus stop kept. Grand Avenue and Haspel Street bus stop removed. Grand Avenue, Van Horn Street, along with Grand Avenue, Queens Boulevard, Broadway and Queens Boulevard, and Broadway and Corona Avenue. Bus stops are kept. Q60, Q98, M and R trains, Q53, SBS, and Q60, Q53, SBS, Q59, Q60, Q98 buses, and Q53 SBS. Two bus stops that are removed: Corona Avenue, 88th Street, Corona Avenue, 90th Street. Corona Avenue, 91st Place. That stop is kept. Corona Avenue, 93rd Street, along with Corona Avenue, 94th Street, bus stops that are taken off. Corona Avenue, Junction Boulevard, kept. Q72 bus stops no longer standing. Corona Avenue and Alstein Avenue, no longer standing. Corona Avenue, 98th Place, Corona Avenue, 102nd Street. Bus stops are kept for the Q14 bus. And sorry about the live vehicle, folks. I had to put that on mute for a sec. Let's see. Where were we? Yes. Corona Avenue and 104th Street bus stop has been removed. Corona Avenue and 51st Avenue bus stop kept for the Q23 bus. 108th Street, 53rd Avenue, along with 108th Street, Martens Avenue. Those stops have been taken down. And of course, the new stop location is 108th Street and Otis Avenue. Bus stop no longer standing is 108th Street and Waldron Street. 108th Street and Horace Harding Expressway North, that stop is still standing for the Q88, Q98, QM10, QM11, QM40 buses. College Point Boulevard, Horace Harding Expressway. I can't believe they removed that bus stop right there, man. College Point Boulevard, 58th Road, that bus stop is still standing. College Point Boulevard, 57th Road, and along with College Point Boulevard and Booth Memorial Avenue, those stops are taken down. College Point Boulevard and Avery Avenue kept for the Q98 bus. College Point Boulevard, Maple Avenue bus stop taken down. 41st Road, College Point Boulevard, along with 41st Road, Main Street bus stops are still standing. Q98, LIRR, Q17, Q20, Q25, Q26, Q27, Q44, SBS, and Q65. And let's see, 41st Road, Main Street, that stop is no longer standing. Sanford Avenue and Main Street, new stop location. Yeah, hold on. Q17, Q20, Q25, Q26, Q27, Q44, SBS, and Q65. College Point Boulevard, Sanford Avenue, College Point Boulevard, Fowler Avenue, no longer standing. College Point Boulevard, Fowler Avenue is the new stop location. Bus stop taken down is by College Point Boulevard, Van Wyck Expressway exit. College Point Boulevard, 58th Avenue bus stop is still standing. College Point Boulevard, 59th Avenue, along with Horace Harding Expressway, Waldron Street bus stops are removed. Bus stop still standing. 108th Street, Horace Harding Expressway North. Q88, Q98, QM10, QM11, QM40. Bus stop no longer standing is 108th Street and Waldron Street. And the bus stop is still standing is 108th Street, Van Cleef Street. Van Cleef Street. 108th Street, Martens Avenue, bus stop no longer standing. Corona Avenue, 51st Avenue, kept. Q23, Corona Avenue, 104th Street, taken down. Corona Avenue, 102nd Street, kept. Q14. Q14. Corona Avenue, National Street, along with Corona Avenue and Junction Boulevard bus stops are kept. Corona Avenue, 46th Avenue bus stop no longer standing. Corona Avenue, 94th Street, no longer standing. Corona Avenue, 91st Place is kept. Of course, Q14, Q72, and Q29. Bus stops that are no longer standing: Corona Avenue, 90th Street, and Corona Avenue, 88th Street. Broadway and Corona Avenue, along with Broadway and Queens Boulevard, Grand Avenue, Queens Boulevard, and Grand Avenue, Goldsmith Street. Bus stops are still standing. Q53 SBS, Q60, M and R trains, Q53 SBS, Q59, Q60, and Q90. And the same goes for Grand Avenue, Queens Boulevard as well. And of course, Q60 as well. So there you go. Bus stop that's no longer standing: Grand Avenue, Haspel Street. Bus stop still standing is Grand Avenue and Calamus Avenue. Two stops that are taken down: Grand Avenue, 82nd Street, Grand Avenue, 79th Street, Grand Avenue, 74th Street, kept. Grand Avenue, 73rd Street, taken down. Grand Avenue, 72nd Street, along with Grand Avenue, 69th Place, bus stops are saved. Q18, Q67. Grand Avenue, Borden Avenue, Grand Avenue, Queens, Midtown Expressway, bus stops are no longer standing. Grand Avenue, Hamilton Place, kept for Q18 and Q67 buses. Grand Avenue and Remsen Place and Flushing Avenue and 64th Street bus stops are taken down. Fresh Pond Road and Flushing Avenue bus stop is saved. B57, Q39, Q59. Bus stops that are no longer standing are Fresh Pond Road, 59th Avenue, Fresh Pond Road, 59th Drive. Fresh Pond Road and 60th Avenue bus stop is saved. Connection to the Q39 bus. Fresh Pond Road, Elliott Avenue bus stop has been removed. Fresh Pond Road, along with Metropolitan Avenue, and Fresh Pond Road, Grove Street, those bus stops are saved. Q38, Q54, and Q67. Fresh Pond Road, Palmetto Street, removed. Putnam Avenue, Fresh Pond Road, Putnam Avenue, Forest Avenue, those stops are saved. QM24, M Train, QM25, QM34, M Train, Q14, and Q39. Putnam Avenue, Woodward Avenue, bus stop no longer there. Putnam Avenue, under Dunk Avenue, bus stop is still standing for the B38 and Q55 buses. Senecta Avenue, Cornelia Street bus stop is taken down. Putnam Avenue, Myrtle Avenue, kept. Putnam Avenue and Wyckoff Avenue bus stop is taken down. Palmetto Street and Wyckoff Avenue bus stop is kept for connection to the L and M train, B13, B26, and B54 and Q55. All right, Q59. Yes, existing routing in Queens restored pending NYC DOT Queens Boulevard capital project changes. Changes to the Q59 in Brooklyn will be part of the Brooklyn Bus network redesign. Stop spacing is right now previously 831 feet. Right now 1,015 feet. All right, so let's go over some stuff, man. Eastbound to Regal Park. List of bus stops that are kept are Broadway and Roebling Street, Broadway and Bedford Avenue, and Broadway and Width Avenue. Kent Avenue and South 6th Street, Kent Avenue South 3rd Street, Kent Avenue South 1st Street, Grand Street and Width Avenue, Grand Street, Bedford Avenue, Roebling Street, Grand Street, Metropolitan Avenue, and Mayor Street, Metropolitan Avenue, and Rodney Street, Grand Street, Union Avenue, Grand Street, Lower Mayor Street, Grand Street, Graham Avenue, Grand Street, Bushwick Avenue, Grand Street, Waterbury Street, Grand Street, Morgan Avenue, Grand Street, Metropolitan Avenue Bridge, Grand Street, Stewart Avenue is the new stop location. Yes, connection to the B24, B39, B44, B44 SBS, B46, B60, and B54. Q54, B62, B32, B62, B24, G and L trains, B24, G train, B48, B43, L trains, and Q54. Gardner Avenue and Grand Street bus stop is taken down. Grand Street and Grand Street Bridge bus stop kept. Grand Avenue and 47th Street taken off. Grand Avenue, Page Place. Grand Avenue and Page Place, along with Grand Avenue and 54th Street. Bus stops are kept. Grand Avenue, 56th Street bus stop, gone. Grand Avenue, Rush Street, and along with Grand Avenue, 59th Street bus stop is still standing. And of course, you can go get the B57 bus. Grand Avenue, 58th Avenue bus stop, gone. Grand Avenue, 61st Street, saved. B57, Q39, Q58, and Q98. Grand Avenue, 64th Street bus stop, gone. Flushing Avenue and 64th Street is added to the existing bus stop. B57, Q58, and Q98 on Grand Avenue, 66th Street bus stop is kept. Q18 and Q67. Grand Avenue, Queens, Midtown Expressway bus stop has been taken down. Grand Avenue, 69th Place, along with Grand Avenue, 71st Street, Grand Avenue, 73rd Place, and Grand Avenue, 74th Street bus stops are kept. Q18, Q67, Q58, Q98, Q47 buses. Grand Avenue, 79th Street, Grand Avenue, 84th Street bus stop is saved. Q58 and Q98 bus stop by Grand Avenue and Haspel Street, gone. Grand Avenue, Van Horn Street, along with Grand Avenue, Queens Boulevard, 55th Avenue bus stops are saved. Q60, Q98, M and R trains, Q53, SBS, Q60, Q58, and Q98 buses. Queens Boulevard and 56th Avenue bus stop gone. Queens Boulevard and Woodhaven Boulevard, along with Horace Harding Expressway, Queens Boulevard, and Junction Boulevard, Horace Harding Expressway bus stops are saved. Connections to the M and R trains: Q11, Q14, Q29, Q52, Q53 SBS buses. Q88, QM10, QM11, QM12, QM40, and QM42. M and R trains: Q14 and Q60, Q38, Q88, QM11, QM12, QM42. And westbound to Williamsburg, Queens Boulevard, 62nd Drive, along with Queens Boulevard, 59th Avenue bus stops are kept. Q38, Q60, Q72, M and R trains: Q11, Q14, Q29, Q52, Q53 SBS buses. Q88, Q88, QM10, QM11, QM12, QM40, QM42, and QM63. 90th Street, 57th Avenue, bus stop gone. 56th Avenue, Queens Boulevard, Grand Avenue, Queens Boulevard, Grand Avenue, Goldsmith Street bus stops are saved. Q29, Q60, M and R trains, Q53 SBS, and Q60. Grand Avenue, Haspel Street, and the rest is okay. And the rest of the streets are still standing. The rest of the bus stops on certain streets are saved, and some of them are removed. All right. So basically, the rest is a mixture of removed and kept. All right. So let's go to the Queens Boulevard Q60 bus. The Q60 will mostly maintain its existing routing except for a minor change approaching the Queensboro Bridge to avoid congestion. Bus stop locations on Queens Boulevard are under further review as part of the NYC DOT Queens Boulevard Capital Project. What the hell? Stop spacing previously 19 feet. And now it's 1,130 feet. All right, so it's still the same. Hang on a second. So, of course, East 60th Street, 2nd Avenue, along with Queens Boulevard, South 28th Street, Queens Boulevard, Skillman Avenue, Queens Boulevard, 35th Street, Queens Boulevard, 38th Street, Queens Boulevard, 41st Street, Queens Boulevard, 44th Street, Queens Boulevard, 46th Streets. Bus stops are saved. M15, Q32, NW7E, M and R trains: Q39, Q63, Q66, Q69, Q100, Q101, and Q102. Q39, 7 trains, B24, and Q104. Bus stop removed by Queens Boulevard and 48th Street. Bus stop still standing, Queens Boulevard, 52nd Street, 7 train and Q32. The bus stop that's taken down is by Queens Boulevard and 56th Street. Okay, so Queens Boulevard, 50th Street, Queens Boulevard, 60th Street, Queens Boulevard, 61st Street, Queens Boulevard, 65th Place, Queens Boulevard, 69th Place, 69th Street, excuse me. Queens Boulevard, 72nd Street, Queens Boulevard, Ireland Street, Queens Boulevard, 51st Avenue, Queens Boulevard, Goldsmith Street, Queens Boulevard, Grand Avenue, Queens Boulevard, 55th Avenue, Queens Boulevard, Woodhaven Boulevard, Queens Boulevard, Elliott Avenue, Queens Boulevard, 63rd Avenue, Queens Boulevard, 63rd Drive, Queens Boulevard, 65th Road, Queens Boulevard. Hold on, yeah. All these stops are kept. All right, so Queens. So connections to Q18, Q47, Q53, SBS, Q58, Q59, Q98, M&R trains, Q53, SBS, Q58, and Q59 and Q98. M&R trains, Q11, Q14, Q29, Q52, and Q53 SBS buses, Q88, QM10, QM11, QM12, QM40, QM42. Queens Boulevard and Elliott Avenue, yes, that bus stop is kept as well. Yes, so M&R trains Q59, Q59, Q72, QM10, QM11, QM18, QM40. M&R trains Q38, Q72, QM10, QM11, and QM40, and of course QM11 as well. So one bus stop that's been removed by Queens Boulevard, 66th Avenue, and of course Queens Boulevard and what? Queens Boulevard and 67th Avenue is kept, and an on trains Queens Boulevard and 67th Drive taken down. Queens Boulevard and 68th Drive kept for Q23, QM4, QM12, QM42, and QM44. Queens Boulevard, Yellowstone Boulevard, Queens Boulevard, 71st Avenue bus stops are still standing. Q23, Q74, QM4, QM12, QM42, and QM44. And of course, the E, F, M, and R trains, LARR, Q23, Q64, and Q74. Bus stop removed by Queens Boulevard and 72nd Avenue. Queens Boulevard and Ashcan Avenue bus stop is kept for the E and F trains. Queens Boulevard and 75th Avenue bus stop has been taken off. Damn. Queens Boulevard and 76th Avenue, along with Queens Boulevard, 77th Avenue, Queens Boulevard and Union Turnpike, Queens Boulevard, 80th Road, along with Queens Boulevard, 83rd Avenue, and Queens Boulevard, Main Street bus stops are still standing. Let's see. Q45, Q46, Q48, QM18, QM63, QM64, QM65, and QM68. E and F trains Q10, Q37, Q45, Q46, Q48, and Q80. And yes, let me see. E and F trains Q10, Q37, Q45, Q46, Q48, Q80, QM18, QM63, QM64, QM65, QM68. And QM18, QM64, and QM68. E and F trains Q44, SBS, QM21, and QM65. All right. Let's see. Queens Boulevard, 86th Avenue bus stop gone. Queens Boulevard, 87th Avenue bus stop has been kept. Queens Boulevard and Hillside Avenue, that stop is gone. Queens Boulevard and Jamaica Avenue kept for the E train, Q54 and Q56. Bus stop that is removed is by Jamaica Avenue and 139th Street. Jamaica Avenue, 144th place is the existing bus stop that's added. Suffern Boulevard, 91st Avenue, Suffern Boulevard, 97th Avenue, Suffern Boulevard, Liberty Avenue, Suffern Boulevard, Tuskegee Airman Way are the bus stops that are kept. Hold on. All right, E train, E, J, and Z trains. LARR, Q1, Q6, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q24, Q30, Q31, Q40, Q41, Q43, Q44, SBS, and Q54, Q56, and Q75. Stuff in Q24, Q25, Q40, Q65, Q112, Q8, Q9, Q112. And of course, Suffolk Boulevard, Lakewood Avenue bus stop is gone. 108th Avenue, Suffolk Boulevard bus stop is still standing for the Q6 bus stop. That is no longer standing is 108th Avenue and 157th Street. 157th Street and 109th Avenue bus stop is still standing. The rest, wait a second. Hang on a second. 109th Avenue, 109th Avenue, 157th Street, Suffolk Boulevard, 109th Avenue, Suffolk Boulevard, Yates Road, Suffolk Boulevard, Tuskegee Airman Way, Suffolk Boulevard, Liberty Avenue, Suffolk Boulevard, 95th Avenue bus stops are still standing. Q6, Q41, Q40, Q112, Q8, Q9, Q112, Air Train, JFK, Q9, Q24, Q25, and Q65. Suffolk Boulevard and Archer Avenue, E, J, and Z, LARR, Air Train to JFK, Q1, Q8, Q9, Q20, Q24, Q25, Q30, Q31, Q40, Q41, Q43, Q44, SBS, Q54, Q56, Q65, Q75, Q54, E train, Q54, and Q56. Yeah, so Jamaica Avenue, 144th Street, Queens Boulevard, Jamaica Avenue, Queens Boulevard, 87th Avenue, bus stop are saved. Let me see. The rest is just a mixture. There is a I don't know what the minor change is, but let me just go through this actually. So, go through this actually. So Queens Boulevard, 86th Street, 86th Avenue, bus stop removed. Queens Boulevard, Main Street, Queens Boulevard, Hoover Avenue, bus stops are still standing. Yeah, E and F trains, Q20, Q44, SBS, and QM18, QM21, QM63, QM64, QM65, QM68. All right, so the rest is just a mixture of the rest is just the rest is removed. The rest is removed along with so Van Loon Avenue, Reeder Street, alongside with Queens Boulevard, Cornish Avenue, and 74th Street, 70th Street, 69th Street, along with Queens Boulevard. All these things are so there you go right there, man. And Queens Boulevard and 39th Street, Queens Boulevard, along with Skillman Avenue, Queens Boulevard and Queens Plaza E is kept. Queens Plaza, North 29th Street, North 27th Street bus stops are gone. So that's one of the changes right there, man. All right, so before I run out of time, let me just go on to before I go into any of the other stuff, we need to talk about the whole eggflation shit that's been going on here, man. We need to talk about the eggflation, the eggs and the groceries and all other stuff that's been skyrocketing due to price gouging. All right, price gouging. This is crazy, man. This is crazy, man. You know what I mean? And let's get to it by a segment right here called Chatting on the Jazz, man. And I've been waiting to talk about this though, man, for a while actually. I've been waiting to talk about this for a while. And it's a good thing I actually saved that topic. So yeah, there you go. There you go right there. Not now. All right. You're probably wondering what the fuck is eggflation. All right. We're gonna get into it right here. It's like it's hold on, let me just break this down, man. All right. Eggflation, for those of you who may not know, um, eggflation is basically like inflation but with eggs, with the price gouging and stuff. So let's get into it right here. According to USA Today, um, according to USA Today, damn it, come on, man. Yes, let's get into it right here. All right, egg prices, according to USA Today, have soared in the U.S. due to an outbreak of bird flu, which has impacted poultry flocks and led to supply shortages. Grocery store prices for eggs vary across the country, with California cities experiencing some of the highest prices. Trader Joe's consistently offered the lowest egg prices among major grocery chains surveyed. Egg prices, damn, son. Damn. That's a damn shame, man. That's a damn shame that people going through this. They really going through that shit right now, man. Oh my gosh, man. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. Come on. Sorry about that. Hold on. All right, there's more. Yes. So, all right. Let me just get back to where I left off here regarding egg prices. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Yeah, this is some crazy shit, especially with the bird flu. Like, really, especially with the damn bird flu, man. Like, this is nuts. Yeah. Um. Yeah, this is crazy, man. Grocery store prices for eggs. Yeah, I already read that part. Trader Joe's consistently offered the lowest egg prices among major grocery chains surveyed. Um, Egg prices have left U.S. consumers scrambling and shell shocked this year, contending with all time high costs and supply shortages. Wholesale prices appear to have been coming down recently, though it's unclear whether consumers are feeling relief. This spike in prices has largely a result of the spread of the bird flu, which has caused major losses among the egg laying stock in the U.S. H5N1, the predominant outbreak strain of the highly pathogenic avian influenza and bird flu, emerged among poultry flocks and wild birds in Europe in the fall of 2020 before moving to the US, Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. It has become the largest ever such outbreak in the US. As of March 25th, the virus had hit more than 168 million poultry across 51 US states since January 2022, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Infected birds are being called nationwide, sometimes numbering in the millions at a single location, with huge flocks at commercial facilities and farms being killed or declared infected, the very source of eggs. A grocery staple in is under strain, driving supply down and in turn prices up. Why has so much anxiety proliferated around a simple commodity? It is often viewed as one of the staples that serve as a marker, for grocery prices overall. If bread, milk, eggs, or beef are up, your overall shopping bill likely is as well. It is also one of the food items tracked regularly by the Bureau of Labor Statistics and the U.S. Department of Agriculture. With the constant barrage of stories about eggflation, it can be hard to keep up or know where to shop. Worry not, we had a team of USA Today reporters survey egg prices at 5 major grocery chains from across the country. Here's what they found. Um, how have egg prices changed in the past 10 years? Egg prices have experienced some volat- volatility in the past decade, with a sizable spike coming in January 2023, also thanks to an outbreak of avian influenza. After reaching a peak of $4.82, prices plummeted to a more normal rate of $2.04. $2.04. Wow. Look, that's crazy, man. You know what I mean? That's very crazy. Um, yeah, I really feel for the people. I really feel for the people, man, who could barely even, I barely. I feel for the people. You know what I'm saying? I feel for the people. Um, yeah, you really have to. Oh my gosh, how did I get here? I'm sorry. Where did I? What the hell? Sorry about that. Yeah, this is where I was looking for. Here we go. Wait, hold on. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. Where were we? Said $2 and yeah, $2 and change. That's wow. This is not the first time. This is not the first time this has been happening, man. This has been happening for decades, man. This has been happening for decades, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, $2.04 by August. Okay, so in March 2004, grade A large eggs averaged just $1.13 a dozen. In March 2025, prices have been dynamic, starting around $6.85 a dozen on average in the week ending March 6th, but dropping as low as $3.27 a dozen by the week ending March 21st, according to USDA data. Whether $6.85 or $3.27 prices have been a far cry from the $1 zone, which was last seen in January 2022. How have egg prices increased in the past year? The average price per dozen was $2.99 in February 2024 versus $5.89 in February 2025, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. That's a nearly 97% increase. The upward swing began in earnest in October, around the time the outbreak strain of bird flu started widely circulating. The price of a zone then averaged $3.37 before steadily climbing to $4.14 by the end of the year. Um, yeah, it's crazy, man. So, so yeah, the past year, yes, according to this graph, actually February 2025 this year it rose up to $6. How do egg prices um, compare across the country? Methodology to get this snapshot of egg prices. USA Today reporters in 16 major um, metro area across the U.S. checked their local grocery stores either online or in person during the week ending March 16th. Boston, New York City, Jersey City, New Jersey, Pittsburgh, Washington, Cincinnati, and Columbus, Ohio, Chicago, Indianapolis, Nashville, Tennessee, St. Louis, Houston, Tucson, Arizona, and San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Anaheim, California. The team surveyed 5 grocery store chains and stuck to generic brands, regular, large, grade A for 1 dozen eggs, except for Trader Joe's, which offers only pasture, pasture raised eggs. These stores and brands include Walmart, Great Value brand, Target, Good and Gather brand, Aldi, um, Kroger, and its and its family of stores, and Trader Joe's. All right. Um, Pricing highs and lows from coast to coast. Major California metro areas, including Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Anaheim, consistently top the list when it came to prices. Besides being some of the largest cost of living locals in the U.S., these metro areas are probably affected by California Proposition 12, also called the Farm Animal Confinement Initiative, which places restrictions on how hens can be kept and therefore limits how many eggs can be produced and how quickly. The New York City metro area also ranked high on the list, which probably does not surprise locals who have long battled a skyrocketing cost of living in New York City. The highest price in the USA Today survey was $13.39. Um, a dozen at Kroger's subsidiary Foods Company in San Francisco. The lowest was $3.49 at Trader Joe's in Indianapolis. Um, how do grocery store egg prices compare? If you are looking for the lowest prices, the survey says Trader Joe's is the winner, averaging $4.86 a dozen and boosting consistent prices across all included major metro areas. And of course, all the highest is $7.06. Wow. Said Trader Joe's is the winner. Okay, Trader Joe's is $4.86. Target along with Walmart $5.92 and $5.96. Kroger $6.68. Will egg prices drop? Egg prices have already seen a decline in March, though the outlook for the future is still not exactly stable. Supply and prices will stabilize only when farms and producers can recover their stock of healthy laying hens. USDA market forecast reports have reflected that by decreasing production predictions for the year. No one can predict the future, but bird flu remains an ongoing threat to our egg farms, and egg farmers are working around the clock to protect their birds, replenish supply, and keep those eggs coming. Emily Metz, president and CEO of the American Egg Board, told USA Today. On a positive note, she said farmers have a lot more experience fighting the disease now, which means farms can recover faster. Okay, Um, yeah, that's crazy, man. This is insane. This is insane, man. Um, okay, so let me see. Okay, let me see. All right, so the next one we gotta talk about. Okay, so all right, check out these checkouts. According to the New York Post, as food prices are expected to rise by up to 3.5% in 2025. According to the USDA, many Americans are looking for ways to keep their grocery bills in check. First of all, groceries is not a bill. Groceries is not a bill, okay? Do you know you can't do you know the do you know how many supermarkets and other places where people shop at for groceries and stuff? They don't send you a damn bill for that. There's no bill for fucking groceries. Get out of here. Get out of here with that bullshit. Anyway, a recent study by Market Force, which surveyed over 4,300 shoppers, highlights the grocery stores that best balance affordability with quality. That's ridiculous, man. Whether it's inflation, supply chain issues, or not supply, simply the high cost of living, everyone could use a break at checkout. Here's your chance, according to the roundup, with seven grocers helping customers stretch their dollars without sacrificing taste or freshness. Um, what is it? Little discount giant with a European twist. Oh gosh. Yeah, Lidl has been a rising star in the U.S. discount grocery scene, especially um, New York City, where it has been expanding locations, including in Brooklyn. The store layout is inspired by European roots, which helps Lidl keep its overhead low by minimizing staffing and using a streamlined warehouse style setup. This helps this helps reduce costs for shoppers, making it one of the most budget friendly options for families. According to the Market Force study, an impressive 81.4% of customers return to Little because of its unbeatable value. The store's affordable pricing is made better with the quality of its products, the report notes. In addition to the usual grocery items, Little also surprises customers with seasonal and non-food items, from power tools to potted plants. Winco Foods wholesale prices without a membership. If you've ever dreamed of paying Costco prices without the membership fee, Winco Foods is where it's at. The employee the employee owned chain has become a household name in many parts of the US, with 139 locations spread across 10 states. Winco operates a warehouse style model focusing on low prices by cutting out the middleman. It buys directly from manufacturers and even has customers bag their own groceries. The strategy must be working. A whopping 73.1% of shoppers cited value for money as their main reason for frequenting Winco. The bulk sections are also noted as a treasure trove for those seeking to stock up on essentials like flour, rice, and dried goods at steep discounts. Grocery outlet, never heard of it. Grocery outlet bargain market where discounts meet discovery. Grocery outlets business model revolves around selling overstock or discontinued items at discounted prices. Locations vary by region, but the appeal is universal. Customers can score big on both name brand and private label products. Fresh produce, dairy, and meat are always stocked there, while their natural and organic sections offer a variety of specialty items like vegan and gluten-free foods, often for less than what you find at other places. Notably, 31.4% of shoppers reported returning to grocery outlet for the exceptional value it provides. Aldi. Aldi's reputation for value is legendary, and the numbers don't lie. Yeah, the discount king. The market force study found that 70.4% of shoppers favor Aldi for the exceptional value it offers. With a European inspired model, Aldi keeps costs low by minimizing staff, using simple displays, and encouraging customers to bag their own groceries. Despite this no frills approach, Aldi shoppers can find everything from pasta and canned goods to frozen items and fresh produce. If you're looking to make your budget stretch even further, Aldi is also home to great deals on dairy, baked goods, and even alcohol. Wegmans, upstate store, spreads far and wide, known for its vast selection of high quality store brand products. Wegmans is a favorite among many shoppers, particularly in the mid Atlantic region. Family owned grocer boost more than 110 stores and um, has become well known for its excellent customer service and affordable prices. A solid 68.7% of market force respondents cited value for money as their main reason for choosing Wegmans. Wegmans stands out for its wide range of organic and healthy food options, from fresh produce to gluten-free snacks. The grocer expanded to Long Island earlier this year and continues to extend its reach beyond the Northeast. Trader Joe's trading up. Despite its smaller footprint compared to traditional grocery stores, about 67.2% of study participants mentioned that they returned because of the store's value. While it's famous for its affordable and fun frozen food options, much beloved Trader Joe's also serves up fresh produce, unique snacks, seasonal items, and high quality private label goods. Costco bulking up. While um, Costco may require a membership, the savings it offers can make it worth the investment. Known for its bulk buying model, Costco allows customers to purchase everything from household essentials to luxury items at steeply discounted prices. Um, yeah, yeah. This kind of prices. Whether it's buying a year's supply of toilet paper, a bulk pack of fresh fruit, gourmet cheeses, or pantry staples, according to the market force study, 61.4% of customers return to Costco for its impressive deals. Okay, okay. Now we can go to the next topic here. Hold on 1 second here. First of all, first of all, what the hell? What the hell in the flying fuck is a sperm race? I need to get to this right here. this is this just sounds crazy though. Anyway, let's get to this right here, man. All right, and this is from the scientist website, actually. All right, so, um, okay, On April 25th, 2025, inside a Los Angeles film studio, excitement filled the air as if a major sporting event was about to unfold. Um, yeah, this is ridiculous, man. Like, what in the world? Sperm race. This sperm race shit sounds laughable, man. This is some laughable shit, though, man. I'm not gonna hold you. Anyway, all right. The event sperm racing. The concept was born from a conversation about sperm health between 17-year-old Eric Zhu, a startup entrepreneur, and a group of friends during a concert. Zhu, who later co-founded and organized sperm racing, remarked, everyone talks about sperm in such a degenerate way, but if I could associate sperm as a biomaker in a competition or a sport, it was much a fascinating concept. Over the past 4 decades, studies report a sharp decline in sperm counts linked to lifestyle changes, environmental exposures, and biological factors such as swollen veins in the scrotum. Um, that's 1/3. Despite his limited biology background, Zhu saw an opportunity to reframe the conversation around male fertility. As a former swimmer, Zhu drew parallels between training for athlete performance and optimizing sperm health. He remembered how his diet and kick kick drills help improve his swimming. Why not apply that same logic to sperm and make it a sport? With help from scientists, including the molecular biology student Jabran Kadri at the University of Gul, Gulf Jew, and a team of young entrepreneurs built a 5 millimeter 2-lane course microfluid racetrack. Um, 4 contestants, including college students from rival Los Angeles schools, trained for weeks by cutting alcohol, exercising, and improving their diets. In each lane, roughly 200 wash sperms cells, warm wash sperm cells swarm upstream using real taxis, real taxis toward the finish line. The race played out in real time on a big screen, enhanced by computer vision software that turned the microscopic action into a 3D experience. While the event can raise awareness of lifestyle factors that can lead to altered semen quality, Ricardo Bertola, a male infertility researcher at Wayne State University, remarked that looking at the fastest sperm is not a good proxy for understanding male fertility. He added that many other factors, such as sperm count, morpho- morphology, um, acrosome integrity, DNA fragmentation, and mitochondrial activity can underline male fertility. The main thing here is we need to normalize men looking at their fertility status early to get individual baselines. While the spectacle came and went, Zhu remarked that there are plans for an even bigger event. He hopes that sperm racing will inspire young men to take their health and their sperm health more seriously. That's actually good. That's actually a good idea though, man, to be raising awareness and stuff like that though, man. That right there is crazy. You know, All right, so let's go on to the science of let's go on to the science of fireworks, shall we? How do fireworks function, you ask? The explosive, colorful displays made by fireworks are the result of several different chemical reactions. There are many different types of fireworks. One of the most common types of commercial fireworks that is often used in public fireworks displays functions similar to a rocket. To set off a firework, the user lights up a fuse. The heat travels along the fuse until it reaches the bottom of the main part of the firework, sometimes called the shell. This ignites the, the lift charge, which is made from black powder, a type of gunpowder located at the bottom of the shell. When ignited, the black powder reacts to create hot gases and lots of energy. These forces launch the shell out of the tube it is sitting in, also known as the mortar. The shell is filled with small pellets known as stars. Once the firework reaches a certain height, a second fuse, sometimes called the timed fuse, ignites and activates the burst charge. This sets off the stars within the firework, which explode into a dazzling display of colors, sounds, and other effects. The appearance of each firework depends on what type of stars contains and on the size and amount of these pellets. Some stars contain metal salts, which produce brilliant colors, while others contain different chemical compounds that cause dazzling light effects like strobing, sparkling, and more. Some stars even include chemicals that causes special sound effects. Potassium chlorate results in a louder, while the use of bismuth creates a crackling or popping effect. Other compounds can be packed tightly into a tube to create a slow burn. The result is a slow release of gas that creates a whistling sound within the tube. So, colorful chemistry, the stars inside fireworks are made of metal salts, which are powdered combinations of metal and other chemical components. When the stars ignite, the metal particles absorb a huge amount of energy. Once they begin to cool, the particles emit this extra energy in the form of light. The color of this light depends on the type of metal. Strontium, red; calcium, orange; sodium, yellow; barium, green; copper, blue; strontium and copper, purple; magnesium, aluminum, and titanium, white. Did you know the first fireworks were made from gunpowder packed into long, narrow bamboo tubes? The resulting boom was thought to scare away evil spirits. The anatomy of a firework mortar: this tall cylinder holds the shell until it is launched. Shell this often comes in the form of a paper spear packed as two halves. It is filled with stars designed to produce in specific effect in the sky, as you can hear the fireworks going on where I live right now. As a prime example, um, the bottom of the shell contains a lift charge that launches the shell out of the mortar. Fuse. This fuse carries heat to activate the black powder. Lift charge located in the bottom of the shell. This charge is made from black powder. When ignited, it launches the shell out of the mortar and into the sky. Black powder invented in China over 1,000 years old. No, excuse me, 1,000 years ago. Excuse me. This is a type of gunpowder made from 75% potassium nitrate, which is saltpeter. Damn. 15% charcoal and 10% sulfur. Time fuse. This fuse activates the burst charge within the firework. Burst charge located at the center of the shell. This ignites the stars within the firework. Stars. These small pellets are made of chemicals such as powdered metal salts. When ignited, they create the fireworks' special sound and light effects. Now, what is this tariff shit about, though, man? What is this terrorist shit about, man? This is crazy, man. I'm sorry, but this terrorist shit is really getting out of hand. This shit is really getting out of hand. So, according to USA Today, fireworks buff may get less bang for their buff this 4th of July due to the United States' ongoing tariff war with China, which provides 96.3% of this nation's fireworks. Oh boy. That's among conclusions of a study put out last month by Value Penguin, a research and analysis focused subsidiary of the online lending marketplace LendingTree. The study also determined that Missouri ranked first in the nation in annual spending to import fireworks, which is unbelievable. That shit is unbelievable, man. Let me I'm sorry. Let me just do this. Okay. All right, so 96%. Okay. So the study also, I already read that part. Terrorist situation causes costs to skyrocket. The U.S. last year imported $452 million in fireworks from China, according to the survey. That $452.0 million value would equate to $1.1 billion under a 145% tariff on Chinese exports to the U.S. That tariff took effect in early April. So fucking annoying. However, the report noted that the U.S. and China agreed to temporary rollback tariffs May 12th, lowering that figure to 30% for the 90 days that the rollback remains in effect, which extends into August. Under a 30% tariff, $452.0 million in value would equate to $587.7 million. It said fireworks company says it saw tariffs coming and prepared. The tariffs should have less effect on larger fireworks companies that buy fireworks from China throughout the year, said Jason Marietta, retail sales director for Pittsburgh, Kansas-based Jake's Fireworks. Jake operates 4 locations in Topeka, with one going by the name Wholesale Fireworks and a 5th outside city limits in incorporated Shawnee County. The company has been ordering fireworks a year in advance, Marietta said. We anticipated there could be something down the road, tariff rise, so we tried to get a lot of our stuff in early, he said. The tariffs will probably hurt the smaller fireworks businesses more than it does the larger ones, Marietta said. He said fireworks consumers in general this year would likely see maybe a little bit of an increase in the amounts they pay, but nothing more than the rising costs they've been paying for various other products. The coming 4th of July may also be characterized by a bit of a shortage of available fireworks, though. The shortage won't be as serious as the ones consumers expected during the COVID slamdemic, Marietta said. He said he expected fireworks consumers to see more ramifications from tariffs on the 4th of July in 2026, when increased demand is expected because that holiday will fall on a Saturday and Americans will be celebrating their nation's 250th anniversary. Fireworks spending per person. The Value Penguin study found that Missourians come in first regarding annual spending per person to import fireworks. Missouri imported $85.7 million in fireworks last year, or $13.84 $13.84 per resident, compared to $25.8 million and $8.79 per resident for second place. Kansas, and $13.9 million and $7.02 per resident for third place. Nebraska, the study said. Ah, damn. Kansas, Nebraska, and Missouri have some of the most relaxed fireworks laws in the country, ranking from 4th through 10th, respectively, where Wyoming, Alabama, South Dakota, Montana, South Carolina, Ohio, and North Dakota. Massachusetts, the only state that bans all consumer fireworks purchases, imports the lowest value of fireworks per capita, at just 1 cent. Damn. Yeah. Okay. So you're probably wondering what the fuck is dirty sodas, right? Let's get into this right here, according to the Eater website. Oh shit. Despite the anti-sugar fear-mongering and our collective obsession with wellness and hydration, there are still millions of Americans who at some point every day drink a soda. And a growing minority of those soda drinkers are consuming dirty sodas, a concoction that went mainstream in 2022 thanks to its viral popularity on TikTok. So it's a combination of soda, coffee creamer, and flavored syrups. The dirty soda has risen from its humble origins as a sweet treat for Utahns who abstain from alcohol and caffeine to an actual business model, evidenced by the growing dirty soda chain Swig, which opened its 50th outpost in the United States in 2023, and its many imitators. Sonic Drive-In briefly launched a lineup of dirty drinks last year, which made adding sweet cream and a syrup flavor to soda an option. And the popularity of the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives has only brought the dirty soda craze to new audiences. Oh my gosh. Oh man. In early 2024, Coffee Mate also got in on the trend with the first retail product dedicated to dirty sodas. It's Dirty Soda Creamer is a coconut lime flavored concoction intended to mimic the original Dirty Soda's combination of flavors, and is meant to be poured directly into soda. This summer, it's bringing the original Dirty Soda Creamer back to shelves, and also launching a new flavor, Orange Cream Pop, meant to be mixed with an orange soda like Crush. But what is dirty soda, and do they even taste good? Well, it's complicated. So, what are dirty sodas? In the mid 2010s, shops slinging dirty sodas or fountain sodas spiked with cream, syrups, flavored syrups, and other add-ins started popping up all over Utah. The drinks are similar to Italian sodas, which combine flavored syrups with club soda, but are made with popular soft drinks like Sprite and Diet Coke. Their popularity is owed in large part to Utah's substantial population of Mormons. Many of many of whom do not drink alcoholic beverages or coffee because they are explicitly prohibited in the religious dogma. Yeah, right. Dirty sodas have become more than a novel beverage. They have enmeshed themselves into the culture of Utah. Michelle Luang wrote for Vice in 2016. Um, as the dirty soda trend was peaking in that state, dirty soda shops, dirty soda shops are where you take the kids after soccer practice, where you go on a first date, where you stop in the morning, and where you go after work to treat yourself after your long day. In the meantime, since Luann's Luang's article, these virgin spiked sodas became a bona fide online sensation. Um, Dirty soda shops have proliferated in Utah, and brands like Swig and So Delicious are now opening a slew of new locations across the country. What is in the dirty soda? So the formula for the original dirty soda, the exact origin of which is hard to pinpoint, is simple: a diet coke poured over ice, then spiked with a shot of coconut syrup, lime juice, and half and half. Some shops use coconut flavored coffee creamer instead of syrup, but the flavor profile is ultimately the same. These days, uh, there are thousands of different combinations of creams, flavored syrups, fruit, and other additives on both soda shop menus and online videos, making this the kind of drink that you can fully customize to suit your preferences. All right, so are dirty sodas a TikTok thing? Yeah, it is. It is actually. Um, at least the very least, TikTok is responsible for bringing dirty sodas to the mainstream. And in early 2022, dirty sodas trended on TikTok thanks to Gen Z musician Olivia Rodrigo, who posted a photo with a cup from Utah Chainz swig in December 2021. In April 2022, TikTok was replete with more than 700,000 mentions of the hashtag dirty soda hashtag. Most of which accompany videos of creators showing viewers how to make their own dirty sodas at home. Even in 2025, TikTok is still replete with creators making and sharing the recipes for their own dirty sodas. Damn. Oh man. So dirty sodas actually taste good, and in the interest of science, and after seeing about 1,000 TikTok videos on the subject, I grabbed a bottle of coconut cream coffee made at the grocery store and set out to make my own dirty soda. I don't drink Diet Coke, which meant that I which meant that a cold can of Dr. Pepper would have to do. Oh shit. Um I poured it over ice in a cup, then added a shot of the creamer and squeezed a wedge of lime inside. After mixing the concoction, I was mildly concerned that my drink had curdled because combining dairy and citrus juice doesn't generally tend to produce good results. With a quick stir, though, the mixture came together nicely and my dirty soda was ready to drink. Sheesh. Taking the first sip, I was a little unsettled by its light tan color and could still see little spectacles of cream that hadn't fully incorporated into the mixture. Upon tasting, though, it actually turned out to be pretty good. The creaminess, the creaminess was nice, and the acidity of the lime a pleasing addition to a super sweet soda. The coconut was arguably a little overpowering and tasted slightly like sunscreen, but only in that good way that recalls a bright blue snow cone or in ocean water at Sonic Drive-In. Adding cream to soda seems a little weird at first, but soda floats have existed for more than a century. Remember a root beer float or a purple cow? It's sort of it's sort of the same thing, only missing a scoop of ice cream. It's sweet and creamy and makes something as simple as consuming a beverage feel a little bit special, almost like you are enjoying a dessert. But am I totally convinced that dirty sodas are as great as the folks who are religiously prohibited from consuming anything stronger than Coke seems to think? Definitely not. Okay. Okay, let me see what else we have to talk about here before we even hold on a second here. Okay. Um all right. Yeah, let's okay. Even Mountain Dew is getting in on the action too, man. Oh my gosh, man. Like really? Like you got to be fucking kidding me, man. Anyway, this is stupid, man. This is so stupid. Yeah, Mountain Dew is getting in on the dirty soda action. They are doing the unexpected move of Baja Blast. Fans of Taco Bell and Mountain Dew's cult favorite beverage might be surprised to learn that the soft drink brand is partnering with a new fast food chain to debut their foray into the dirty soda trend. Now the drink fountains at KFC are dispensing a limited edition peaches and cream sweet lightning soda. The fried chicken chain recently announced. Jeez. The new drink is a modern twist of the original Sweet Lightning drink, which launched exclusively at KFC in 2019, now with an added swirl of sweet vanilla cream. Mountain Dew Sweet Lightning Peaches and Cream Soda is meant to taste like a sweet honey creamsicle, perfect for summer. Leaning into the viral dirty soda trend, popular among Gen Z and millennials, this bold new flavor hits restaurants starting June 9th. KFC said in the announcement, for an extra twist, customers can add a vanilla cream swirl to elevate every sip. The dirty soda trend sees people mixing fountain soda with syrups, cream, and other candies, a combination popularized by Mormon communities in Utah, which gained popularity and took over TikTok thanks to the secret lives of Mormon wives. This isn't Mountain Dew's first dirty soda collab of the year. The new drink at KFC follows Mountain Dew's Mango Rush at Little Caesars, Beja Baja Beja Cabo Citrus as part of the Baja Blast lineup, and Dragon Fruit at Walmart. The release of the Mountain Dew Sweet Lightning Peaches and Cream Soda is part of KFC's collaboration with the upcoming film F1, the movie starring Brad Pitt, which is in theaters right now. I'll cover that. I'll cover that next time. KFC is also bringing back the fan favorite fill-ups and four different combos with options for tenders, fried chicken, and KFC famous bowl for just $7. Yeah, yeah, that part too, man. That part right there. That's kind of interesting though, man. Anyway, man. Um, of course, many of you probably know that 50 Cent's not just a music artist, he's also an actor. But did you he also has a new role in a new Street Fighter movie playing a specific character from a video game that most of you probably are familiar with. So let's get into the movie Man Cave Popcorn, man. I will gladly break this down right now. No, I'm not joking. I am not fucking joking. 50 Cent has has a new role in a new Street Fighter movie. Let me tell you something, folks. um, let me tell you something. So here's what's happening here. Here's what's happening here. All right. So according to Double XL, 50 Cent has landed another acting role. The G Unit boss has scored a part in the upcoming Street Fighter film. So 50 Cent tapped for Street Fighter film reboot. Fifth continues to add to his acting portfolio, and this took place on Thursday, June. It took place on Thursday, June 26th. That was last month. The Hollywood Reporter reported that the Queens, New York rapper has been cast in a updated Street Fighter movie. 50 will be playing the role of Balrog, who is an American boxer who loves money and women. The rapper actor joins a cast that includes Jason Momoa as Blanca, Noah Centineo as Ken, country singer Orville Peck as Vega, Carlina Liang as Chun Li, Andrew Koji as Ryu, and WWE star Roman Reigns as Akuma. According to the Hollywood Reporter, 50 has been hard at work training for the role and plans on doing his own stunts. Katayo Sakuri will be directing the film, which begins production in August in Australia. The Street Fighter film, based on the popular Capcom video game, came out in 1994 and starred 1980s action star Jean-Claude Van Damme. 50 Cent reacts to landing new role. 50 Cent put up a post on Instagram celebrating the new role, sharing a screenshot of the news. Fifth caption the post: "No days off. Let's work. All roads lead to Shreveport." Boom, referencing his film studio in Shreveport, LA. No, Louisiana. Louisiana, that's what that is. Louisiana, that's what that is. All right, so 50 Cent experienced acting roles. 50 Cent has played in over 2 dozen films in the past 20 years, beginning with the biopic Get Rich or Die Trying in 2005. His last major role came in the 2023 film Expandables. So there you go. Congratulations to 50 Cent, man. Congratulations, man. For real, for real, for real. I want to let's make some noise, man. You know what I mean? Let's make some noise. Let's make some noise for 50 Cent for landing the role of Bulrog in the newly rebooted Street Fighter movie. Yeah. Yeah. Um yeah. Let's give a round of applause, man, for 50 Cent. That's really something. Okay. All right, in other movie news, we gotta talk about the live action How to Train Your Dragon. Now, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's so crazy. It's not even a joke right now, man. It's not even a joke though. You know what? Hold on. Before I even get to How to Train Your Dragon, this Bruce Springsteen biopic was was a little was a little off actually. This is interesting actually. So, according to people, um according to people, for Bruce Springsteen, watching his life being depicted in the upcoming biopic Deliver Me from Nowhere wasn't all that stressful. The same, he admitted, cannot be said for Jeremy Allen White, the actor playing him. Speaking to Rolling Stone, Springsteen opened up about the making of the movie, explaining that he and White established boundaries for when he wanted to watch filming. According to the in the USA singer, he told White to give me the look and I'm on my way home if he ever got in the way of a scene. I'm sure it was much worse for the actor than for me. He he said adding that White was very, very um tolerant of me the days that I would appear on the set. So the days that I got out there, he was wonderfully tolerant with me being there. He recalled it was just fun, it was enjoyable. Springsteen noted that he tried to avoid days when some of the really deeply personal parts of his life were being acted out. I mean, there's some unusualness to it because the movie involves, in some ways, some of the most painful days of my life, he said. When those tough moments came up, Springsteen said he would just stay at home because he wanted the actors to feel completely free, and I didn't want to get in the way. Though he tried to keep a balance between being present and giving the film some space. The Rocker said if Scott Cooper, the film's the film's writer director, wanted or needed me there for anything, I would try to make it. 20th Century Studios released the trailer for Springsteen Delivered Me from Nowhere on Wednesday, June 18th. The trailer showed how the film aims to explore Springsteen's life as he records his landmark sixth studio album, 1982's Nebraska. It even shows footage of White singing the music icon's 1975 classic Born to Run. And of course, according to the film synopsis, it dives into a time of Springsteen's life when he was a young musician on the cusp of global superstardom, struggling to reconcile the pressures of success with the ghosts of his past. It explores how Nebraska marked a pivotal time in his life and considered one of his most enduring works, a raw, haunted acoustic record populated by lost souls searching for a reason to believe. The film also stars Jeremy Strong, Paul Walter Hauser, Stephen Graham, Odessa Young, Gabby Hoffman, Mark Marmon, and David Krumholtz. Deliver Me from Nowhere opens in theaters in October on October 24th. All right. Um, mark your calendars. Mark your calendars. All right. All right. In other movie news, Scary Movie 6. How about that? Scary Movie 6. Scary Movie 6 is in production. How about that? Yeah. Scary Movie 6 will mark the return of the beloved movie spoof series, and there is already a ton of exciting news about the latest comedy, debuted in 2000 and created by the Wayans family. Scary Movie took aim at the most popular horror films of the time and poked fun at many of the tropes of the genre. Hits like Scream, The Blair Witch Project, and I Know What You Did Last Summer were lambasted with hilarious lowbrow humor. A Scary Movie kicked off a spoof movie trend that continued throughout the aughts. And yes, and is there any oh my gosh. Um so hold on. That's not what I meant to do. So all right, the critics were cold toward it. Scary Movie was a bona fide blockbuster and grossed nearly $300 million against a budget of $20 million. Sequels were produced across the rest of the 2000s, and though every Scary Movie entry had bright spots, they generally faded in quality until the lackluster 2013 release of 2013's Scary Movie 5. To make matters worse, Scary Movie inspired a host of other spoof movies that diluted the genre until it became a parody itself. Now, Scary Movie 6 is in the works and promises to skewer modern horror. Yeah, so let's see. Now, Scary Movie 6 is slated to arrive June 12th, 2026. All right. So it's in production right now. So this is and it's actually going to be Paramount and Miramax teaming up again. So there you go, right there, man. And the Wayne's brothers will be back. So don't you worry. So don't you worry. All right, let's go to another movie that I didn't even know about. Gears of War. Woof. Yeah, Gears of War. All right, so Gears of War is happening on Netflix. So David David Leitch is in negotiations to direct a featured adaptation of the hit video game Gears of War for Netflix. Dune scribe John Spates is pending the script. Leitch and his producing partner Kelly McCormick were produced via their A7 North banner along with the Coalition. The game is set on a planet on the brink of societal collapse when a threat in the form of underground creatures known as the Locusts take humanity to the verge of extinction. Delta Squad, a rag team, no ragtag fire team led by disgraced Sergeant Marcus Phoenix is charged with leading humanity's last stand. Okay, so basically, of course, the game obviously debuted in 2006 on Xbox and sold 40 million copies. Um, and Leach is set to start production this summer on How to Rob a Bank. The heist thriller for Amazon MGM Studios will star Nicholas Hoult and Anna Sawai. He is repped by CAA and Johnson Shapiro. Oh boy. Really? Really though? Like, come on. Really? All right, now to go to How to Train Your Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon right now. Um, all right, How to Train Your Dragon. How did it do in the box office? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. How did it do in the box office? Come on. How did it do in the box office? Let's check it out. From Screen Rant. Um All right, How to Train Your Dragons will soon surpass the box office earnings of an animated film as it passes another impressive milestone. While audiences have mixed feelings about live action remakes, they often find success at the box office. DreamWorks' first foray into the live action remake realm has been a major success so far, and it keeps improving. In its third weekend of release, How to Train Your Dragon was finally dethroned from number one. Um, It's been number one for the past for like since it came out actually, and I will talk about the F1 the movie. Let's see how let's see how it did. Okay, so after this latest milestone, oh wait, hold on a second. It took second place. It was number one in the box office. F1 the movie. Um, recently just came out actually. So How to Train Your Dragon took second place, bringing in 19 million dollars, according to Variety. DreamWorks, DreamWorks film has now reached 200.5 million dollars domestically and has passed 400. What is it? 400. It has passed 450 million dollars in the box office. Okay. Um, yeah, it passed $400 million in the box office. 450, 450 with the total of $454.5 million. So there you go, right there, man. There you go. There you go, right there, man. $454.5 million. That's crazy. Of course, Lilo and Stitch obviously made over $1 billion already. So, and they're already announcing a sequel to How to Train Your Dragon live stream. Oh, damn, son. Damn. This is crazy, man. This is crazy right there, man. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good, though. Congratulations. All right, so oh shit. All right, let's go to a few quick stuff actually. So actually, now that now that Grand Theft Auto 6 has been held back to next year of May, was it May 26, 2026? I would gladly get into it right here, right now, in a segment that I like to call the Video Game Entertainment Newsroom. All right. And if you are new here, this is the segment where I talk about video game news, what's going on behind those games and everything else, all that great stuff right there. Um, so yeah, this is this is one of those topics that I have to cover. So yeah, so yeah, there you go, right there. All right, all right, all right. I need to hurry up actually, because I need to hurry up and shit. So yes. Anyway, man. Anyway, let's get into it right here, right now. Let's get into it here. Here we go. All right, let me fill you in on what's going on with Grand Theft Auto 6 and the reason behind the delay. All right, if I can actually get this to work. Um, hold on, hold up. Okay, according to Rockstar Games, let's get into it right here. Um, hold on, let me grab my charger. All right. According to Rockstar, this is their reasoning. Let me just pull up the story real quick. Let me pull up the story real quick. Actually, yes. This is what they're saying actually. So, Grand Theft Auto 6 is now set to be released on May 26th, 2026. And basically they're saying that all right, so we are very sorry that this is later than you expected. The interest and excitement surrounding a new Grand Theft Auto has been truly humbling for our entire team. We want to thank you for your support and your patience as we work to finish the game. With every game we have released, the goal has always been to try and exceed your expectations. The Grand Theft Auto 6 is no exception. We hope you understand that we need this extra time to deliver at the level of quality you expect and deserve. And of course, we look forward to sharing more information with you soon. Okay. And gamers are talking about that it's going to be what, $100? Chances of GTA 6 costing up to $100 just got a little more likely with the news with Nintendo Switch, because Nintendo Switch 2 games is like $80. Damn. According to comic book. Okay. It seems fairly likely that Rockstar Games could charge up to $100 for GTA 6 now after Nintendo's industry changing move. The price of games has risen with pretty much every console generation, but it did briefly stop during the Xbox One PS4 era. It seems like everyone could agree that $60 was a fair price point for games for about 15 years or so, but then prices went up to 70 with the arrival of the Xbox Series and PS5. While it wasn't met with enthusiasm initially, people have adjusted to it, but the increase in game budgets, inflations, tariffs, and more have caused many to fear another increase in game pricing. Yeah, this inflation shit is getting ridiculous, man. I don't blame people, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame people. Yeah, this inflation shit is getting ridiculous though, man. And I have to say, man, this is getting crazier and crazier. So, um, I have to say, man, I have to say, this is crazy, man. So, yeah, basically, from my understanding, from what Andy was explaining in one of his one of his videos, is that it's good not to rush the game, because you want to actually deliver the best quality of the video game of Grand Theft Auto 6, because you don't want to rush it, and then next thing you know, it turns out to be a little weird, and a little trashy. So that's my understanding right there, man. That's pretty much my understanding right there. So that's pretty good to know right there. Now, I'm gonna actually try to wrap up here actually. So it's almost midnight and shit, so I'm gonna actually try to get up out of here. I'm try to get up out of here and shit. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get up out of here and stuff. So um I don't have any fun activities to actually talk about in today's episode. Um, I'll cover that next time. in the following episode. So I got y'all with that. I don't have it today, actually. So, you know what I mean? So let's get into it right here. I'm gonna get into it right here, right now. So I want to actually get up out of here. So I'm gonna actually get up out of here. So yeah, hold on. All right. All right. Very last segment that I want to actually get into right here is stream choices on the go. Let's get into it right here, right now. Let's go. All right. Make sure you follow Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York Avenue podcast on Bluesky Social, Facebook, along with Threads and Instagram, and along with the other podcast shows that I do, which is also on the same social media platforms that I just mentioned. Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, my sports edition show platform, my entertainment review show, Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast is also on there as well. And you can also follow me on Threads as well, G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York, as well as Instagram. And of course, if you go to the link in bio where it says Linktree/G Money Stacks 555, you're gonna see streaming platforms including Odyssey, Audible, Audioburst, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts. Be sure to give it 5-star rating. It really helps, and it really gives me encouragement to actually grow the show itself. Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Overhaul FM Podcast, Pandora, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podo Polo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Podcast Guru, Podcast Guru, Podcatcher, Podcast Republic, Snipped. Add the podcast to your Spotify playlist on Spotify. Spotify for creators. Be sure to actually listen on there and comment on the topics in today's episode. And of course, TuneIn Radio, Fountain, Good Pods, iHeartRadio, the #1 app where you can listen to your favorite music artists, such as rappers, hip-hop artists, singers, R&B, and other music genres, radio stations, and of course, podcast shows and episodes for free to listen to. You don't need a credit card or debit card to download iHeartRadio. All you need to do is download iHeartRadio and subscribe on every streaming platform that I just mentioned right there, man. It's, you know what I mean? And of course, do the same with YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the channel G Money Stacks 555 for more video podcast episode live stream recordings. Leave a like and a comment on the episode. Tell me how you feel about the topics in today's episode, and of course, in a little bit of everything in between. Tell me how you feel about 50 Cent playing a character for the new Street Fighter movie. And you can also mention about the other topics that I just mentioned. Of course, GTA 6 being delayed to 2026 of May 26, 2026, and of course the Dirty Sodas, the Queensbus redesign with the crazy changes to the bus routes and stuff, and other topics that I just mentioned. Of course, you can comment below. Tell me how you feel. All that great stuff right there. Spread the word by telling your friends about this podcast and everything else in between. Add the podcast to your Spotify playlist. And, of course, be sure to enable alerts for new episodes being uploaded to the YouTube channel page. And, of course, be sure to also catch new episodes on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on every streaming platform. And, of course, share the Linktree link with your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, girlfriends, people you're cool with from work, and all that great stuff right there, man. And, of course, I'm about to be out of here right now. I like to say, and I'd like to say thank you very much for tuning into this episode. And I appreciate every single one of you right here. And hold on, let me see what we got here. Let me see what we got here, man. Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? And hold on, let me see who this is. Hold up. Who is this? Hey, what up? What up, homie? Thank you. Thank you for commenting, man. I really appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. I'll hit you up after I get off the air, man. Um, yeah, that's my homie right there, man, from college, actually. That's my homie from college, actually. Anyway, man, I'm about to get up out of here, man. And if you truly enjoyed this episode and the topics that I talked about, please share this podcast with your friends and everybody else whatsoever, man. I really, and like I was saying, man, I'm your man G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator. Thank you very much for listening to episode 402, titled "Yesterday's Price is Not Today's Price," man. Dedicated to eggflation of the groceries and everything else in between. And remember, the grind doesn't stop. Hard work pays off. If you want something, you have to work hard and earn it. It's not going to be given to you on a fucking silver platter. And of course, find your niche, follow your goals and dreams, be on your P's and Q's and everything else in between, creatively, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. That gets you into your zone alongside with tunnel vision. Don't let anybody stop you from starting your own podcast and everything else in between. All that great stuff, man. I'll be back with more new episodes whatsoever, and whatever topics I didn't get a chance to cover, I'll cover in the next episode and shit like that. So I really appreciate every single one of y'all, man, and I really appreciate that, man. So yeah, so next time I'll be back with new episodes, man. I really appreciate y'all for listening and everything else. I will be getting out of here right now. Peace and one love. Peace and one love. Happy 4th of July to every single one of you out here, man. Especially happy 249th birthday to America, celebrating the Declaration of Independence, celebrating our independence. And especially to every single one of you who tuned in, I really appreciate this, man. Spread the word, man. You know what I'm saying? And of course, man, also it's a good day because the New York Mets won the first game to defeat the Yankees, man. And and I have to say, man, this has been a great day, man, of a win. So appreciate this, man. I'll see y'all on the flip side. See y'all next time. Peace and one love. Happy 4th of July weekend. Have a blast with your families, your friends, the fireworks, everything else in between. One love. Peace. Good night.